streaming,
Yeah, it's fine.
and let's see what happens if this is gonna work or not. It normally takes a wee
We
minute
shall see.
for people to show up anyway,
Hmm.
so we'll just give it
I love you on
1 minute
full
or two.
screen. That
Oh,
way
there
he
we go.
can...
I can see it. Yeah, it says it's live here now, so it does.
All right. Not
Oh,
awkward at all.
oh, and we've actually got an advert rolling somehow, which is kind of amazing. That's like an advert right away with live stream with Garbu. What? What's going on
What?
here? You know what I mean?
Monetized on hit? My
Yeah,
goodness.
that's kind of amazing.
So, give me a link for your... Actually, no, I can just go get it myself. I'm doing.
Yeah, here, no, I put it into the chat there, so I did.
Maybe I'm mentally challenged.
Guys in the chat, just let us know if you can hear. If
How
the
volume
audio's-
is.
If the audio is good and whatnot, and then we'll get stuck in. So pretty much order of the day. Garbu has finally got aligned to immediately.
I finally got badgered enough by you. Make the book, Garbra.
I know.
Okay, I'll do it.
He's been talking about like well the thing is you've been working on it for like what like 2 years now I think.
Well, I want to make sure it's not absolute garbage pail.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's good though. Like you know what I mean. Like sure we were live streaming it. We were playing it weekly for about 3 months now, and it works pretty well.
Yeah,
like, you know, it does
yeah.
work.
Well,
and the action combat system is pretty sweet. Like you know,
I didn't know how to really write in selling off slaves as femboys for profit. I had to work that one out. I got to
Yeah.
make a module for that. But yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah,
everything
and-
comes in time. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
if you didn't, you shouldn't put human trafficking in. If you don't want, what be the sell off elves as femboys, you shouldn't have put in the human traffickers. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I mean, when you think about it, we did have that checklist we went through.
Oh,
The slavery, fun, yes. Selling human beings, human trafficking, check.
I mean, like, that's,
But,
that just happens in a standard game. But anyway, like,
Yeah.
so what we're doing here is we're gonna live stream this. I am then going to edit this up and post it on this Sunday, like an edited
That's nice.
version. And then also, sure, we're gonna be reviewing Schult on Saturday. Hopefully, we'll just find out. You know what I mean? I don't know yet exactly. If any of you guys know anything about Schult, it's also got a lot of slavery in it, so you know
Schult.
that's the thing. The guy that did he wrote an adventure about Weed Field Code, and he made one bookshelf change their decency policy. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. But anyway,
Really?
yeah. But imagine being such a an edgy boomer that you make corporations bend to your will. Like that's pretty hilarious, if I'll be honest with you. But anyway, look. So we're gonna this is all about Garbu showing off his system that he's been working on for a very long time. And I will say, Garbu, before we get into it, can we please get a printed version in the future? Please.
Yes. Well, I didn't think I would even get $1,000, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. And now we're sitting at 2. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
crap.
and that's only we're only like a day and a half in, I think, aren't you?
Yeah, it's only
pretty
a day and a half, and I've only got 32. But think about it, 32 backers. I'm sitting at around $2,500. I'm like, oh, how to,
Yeah.
Which I mean, I cannot be happier. I really cannot.
Yeah.
When me with you, when I saw the gas station, I was like, oh, it's fucking awesome because
Yeah.
it's nice when folks go, you know what, I like this,
Yeah.
and people know me or you. We don't bend to this freaking cancel culture bullshit. We're
Yeah.
gonna put edgy stuff in that's fun, and like literally, I cannot wait for someone to go, I'm gonna cancel your book. I'm like, fucking do it. I dare
Go
do
ahead.
it.
You
Call
see-
my boss. My cell phone will ring. I dare you.
See, that's the thing, though. Like, I think the problem is for a lot of people that like RPGs, they have to listen to what like one bookshelf says. They have to
Toe the
follow.
line,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. They just have to. They don't have a choice because if they don't, if they get removed from, this is the thing. It's like people are like, oh, I'll defend mega corporations from censorship. It's like, no, don't be ridiculous. You know what I mean?
I
Like, you
fucking
know,
love corpos.
yeah, it's kind of amazing.
It's
Like,
disgusting.
it's amazing how they actually fall for it every time. But anyway, thankfully, I think we don't really have to worry about that so much. The only person I have to worry about is really Susan, if I be honest with you. Like, you know, but that's
Miss Wazowski.
the more I think about YouTube, though, the more I think. I used to think of YouTube as like self-employed, but it's kind of not. If I be honest with you, there's a lot. It's like secret like rules to the job. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but like,
Well, it was self-employment for a while until they got more involved with the message.
yeah, pretty much. But anyway, look, this video is not about that. This video is about showing off Garblu's
We're
multiple
on a
books.
stream for 4 minutes. We're like, YouTuber.
Yeah, I don't look. I don't want to. You see, that's one of the things I don't want to do. I don't want to turn into one of those like, just you know, one of those YouTube channels that all they do is
We gurney boys.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what,
angry. I'm always angry.
yeah, like all they do is complain though. It's like, no, it's not anything worth talking about. That's not
Well,
about complaining sometimes.
difference is we complain, but we also make stuff. So
Yeah, so like, we
Hold
got
on.
that going for us. But anyway, look. So Garblu's book, it's got a Kickstarter. It is split up into 3 books. Do you want to go over them real quick?
Yeah. So
By the
more
way,
or
I
less.
bought all of them. Just putting that out there.
Jesus.
Just
Now I got to draw a penis in it for fucking Megan.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
You do.
So basically, there are a few ones. This is the $1 one. It's like just helping out. Some folks don't want to, buy a book. Never going to use it. But they want to help out a Kickstarter. That's what that's for.
Yeah.
Give $1. Thank you. And then there's the Kilroy. Same thing. But in the back of this book, all the people who Kickstarted are going to go in the book on the back pages. And the Kilroy is a kind of the oldest American meme in a way. It's a dude. The dude with a giant nose, kind of looking over the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Google Kilroy, you'll find it. So with this, you pledge $5. You don't want anything still, but you won't be in the book once your name there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hand draw a Verrider Kilroy and put your name underneath it. My plan is to handwrite all these names on my tablet. That way they're all handwritten.
Oh, that'd be good. So yeah, that's a nice. That's a pretty nice addition. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And then 25 is here for the gear. This is the basic manual. Now, the basic manual is a complete system. With just a manual, you can run any game you want. You can take any character, any whatever you have, and plug it into this system, and you can run your game. You can use, all the stats are in there, the attacks, the abilities, basic magic. It's all in there, the basic manual. So say you just want to use this just for the action point system and nothing else. This is what this is for. So you can have the book, you can have how everything works, and you can use this kind of like jailbreak your own system or your own game or your own campaign, whatever it is. After that is CC's lead the way. So in our game, we were kind of drunk. So you know what? Dungeon Master's stupid. So
it's
we have
copyrighted, so it is. But...
Yeah, not a DM, not a GM, but a CC, a combat controller. Now, a combat controller is an actual job in the military. They kind of, you're on the field with a radio calling and air support and stuff. So you're the combat controller. You're controlling how the combat goes. And with the lore book, we have things that are discoverable.
Yeah. Oh, someone's asking, is this non-OGL? And yes, it is non-OGL.
Yeah. The OGL can literally suck my balls with this book.
Yeah. You don't need to worry about that, honestly.
I like to imagine that this is a quote unquote original book. It's probably not, but I like to think.
Well, the thing
it makes you feel better.
No matter what way you look at it, if you're using like some funny sheep dice and you've got some modifiers and you add that modifier and you want to go high, you know what I mean? That's the basis of pretty much every role playing game. So, within reason, it works very differently. But it's non-OGL, just for people asking.
So one of the goals of my games was I want players to go and try and find things to learn, because in D&D you gain a level, you know the spell. Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Well, I want them to be secret magics. So in the CC book, the Command Controller book, you have magics your players can go and discover and learn. There are weapons, like advanced weapons from the find. Advanced magics, advanced items. There's towns and lore you can use to kind of base a campaign off of. I think right now we have 3 world maps. We're gonna add a lot more because we hit that goal.
You know what you need? What main weapons do you have? Like, everyone that I know, everyone wants what do you call them ones from Fallout? The mini nuke launchers. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Can we can we
the,
get one as a meme?
big boy, fat boy, what it's called?
Can we get one as a meme or like DV? What do you call them? DV rockets? Is that what you call them?
Oh,
Can we get a DV
the Davy Crockett. Yeah, that was a shoulder-mounted fucking fired weapon. I don't know about that. That'd be a bit game breaky. But there are special. There's one called the Warlock. The Warlock is a magical M14, I think, that fires magical bolts at stuff. We're going to add wands. Wands are magicians who think they're funny. They took a regular gun barrel, inscribed it, and now it's a wand where they shoot magic out of the fucking barrel. You know.
Well, you see, that's
not very original, but yeah.
Well, I would do that. Like honestly, I did. Well, Tail stopped me because first I had the Bad Dragon collection where I had a wand of lightning. I can't remember. Yeah, and of course that came from a white dragon. I can't remember exactly. And then I had the M4 that was shaped. I was a wand of magic missile that was just perfectly shaped, exactly identical to an M4, which I thought was really funny. It's like Teal, can I mag dump this? It's like, yes, you can say you're mag dumping it, James. Go ahead. It's like, right, thank you. He's so tired, but like, here, you know what I mean? At least your game's designed for that exact part.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of people ask for this type of stuff. A lot of people want this sort of equipment. A lot of people want to use this, but there's so little systems that actually do it and do it well. You know what I mean? Like, this is a good example. So, what else is there from the books? Or do you want to go through the field manual, or what do you?
Well, I would say, well, of course, with the I Become Death, there's also a monster manual, and there are things in this book like scuttlers, and scuttlers are magically infused grenades that have kind of scrap legs. So these grenades will scuttle across the battlefield, find the target, and then pull their own pin out and then cling to a target. So they're like mines that will scuttle after people, find you, pull their pin, and then skitter after you. And this is going to be like a jump scare, like motherfucker, as this grenade's running towards you. But if you want to pull up in the actual,
how do you make Bites and Betty worse? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like Bites and Betties are pretty horrible. Like, let's be serious.
Yeah,
like, they're just not cool. But anyway, so here's the field manual. Do you want me to put this into the put this into the YouTube chat as well? So
no. Just this is fine.
All right, okay.
Because it's needs a lot of work done to it. Go ahead and scroll. So this is before formatting, before art, all that fun stuff. Go ahead and scroll down though.
All right.
So this is this is just my. Me and Pirate Potato helped make this.
Oh, also Pirate Potato is also working on the Burger Punk game that we're working on, by the way. Just so if you guys enjoy this, it's me, Garblo, Pirate, and a couple other guys that are working on the thingy one, the Burger Punk. However, I've just got so much going on at the minute. I don't know how. Also, because I was supposed to be doing the Battle Royale, that was supposed to be up next, but because of the whole OGL thing, everything's kind of messed at the minute. But like, this video's not talking about Burger Punk, so let's just keep going. But just to let you guys know that who Pilot is, just for the people that don't know. All right. So anyway.
So basically, this is basically an introduction.
Yeah.
So everyone's got not a character; it's called a trooper. That's your trooper. So there's like weird meme nomenclature. I know it's probably very like, oh my god, you're so original, but no, we want to have certain names: a CC for a GM, a trooper for a character, just to make it more differentiated from other games. Go ahead and keep scrolling though.
All right, okay. You just tell me when to stop. I'll just put this on. You wouldn't believe. We were trying to get Garbu to have the screen, but for whatever reason, we just couldn't do it.
You kept muting him,
so I had to play gameplay loops, all that sort of good stuff. Dice and their uses. See, I was thinking about doing this, but I was like, man, do I really need to explain dice? It's like I kind of expect people to know this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of like one of those things. Like, I feel like I have to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on.
So game.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
We're on stream talking about the game book.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're on the phone.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, God, we got a phone call.
All right, bye-bye. Bye. Shut up, James. Anyway,
So
I guess.
game goals and
Detail.
details.
Yeah. So this is basically a basic like here's what these things do. The Cup controller prepares the missions, makes the games, makes the maps, narrates. It's describing what these things do. It's
Yeah.
all very basic. Everyone in chat's gonna know what the hell this is.
What is a DM? What's a player? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So character
So
creation.
building
You
your
know,
character, defining history.
you should look into. I've been talking to a few boys. You should maybe look into like a character creator app. They're actually really straightforward. I'm not even joking. You should check it out.
I mean, I would love to, but that's more of a James and my coder guys who knows how the hell to do that. That's their kind of queen to ride.
It's like, are you guys able to do this? You know.
Yeah. So basically, this is defining history. Are you religious, militant? Are you agricultural? This is all this basic character building stuff. It's not very important, but it helps add to the.
Also,
it's like any other game. Any other game, you add background to it.
Also, Garbu, did George Bush, the great and powerful bringer of drone strikes, ever make it into the game at all? No. Was he forgotten about? Oh, what a shame! What a shame.
The great savior.
Yeah.
So go to
industrial. So these are backgrounds, are they? Yeah.
Yeah. So you go and skip this and go down to distributing attributes. This is the main crux of the game, I believe.
All right.
So, we have different attributes here. We have brawn, cunning. Go ahead and scroll down.
All right.
Moxie.
Moxie, explain that because I still don't know what. I still
So Moxie is basically how much charisma you have. Like how smooth do you talk? How good your street swagger. Moxie is a very American word, I think, unfortunately, and everyone who's American is like, "Oh yeah, Moxie, sure, yeah."
But I think most people that are going to be picking this up are going to be American anyway, so that's not.
Yeah,
it's only a Yoru per, you know what I mean? Problem.
Yeah. Because of Moxie, brain power, grit, and now grit is one where it's a mental grit, how tough you are. Ballistics is how well you can throw or shoot things. It's a very basic attribute.
See, I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about adding ballistic because I've got my one tied to dexterity. I was like, do you really want to have dexterity tied to your ballistics? You know what I mean? But, here
and then there's
super chat. Jeez, guys, shut up and take my money.
Desk Dancer. Coming in hot.
So the thing is, don't send the money to me. It's Garbu. It's Garbu. Here. This is Garbu's Kickstarter. You've done it wrong. Send it back. Send it back. You've done the wrong thing. It's not how it works. You were supposed to.
Desk Dancer, no.
You're supposed to give it to Garbu, not us. For God's sake.
He said, "Oh, hold on."
Oh, yeah. You were supposed to. No, I appreciate it, but I think you should be able to. I think you'll be able to cancel that in your end, man. I don't know how to, if I'll be honest with you. If you get a hold of us on email us, sure, or like get us hold of us on like Discord or something.
That is funny. Not gonna lie.
That'll be fun. Well, look here. At least he's At least he's excited. You know, that's good.
You know what, Death? Regardless, we appreciate your generosity. Yeah, that's the important bit.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
People really don't appreciate when people give them I think the bigger you get, you start not appreciating people just giving them these are people. Because I always try to make a big point of people giving me any kind of money because people.
Yeah.
I used to be poor as shit. Where I worked roofing jobs for God's sakes.
Yeah, well, and I would get over here. It's actually not bad pay for here.
Not over here, it ain't.
Yeah.
You guys got Mexicans? No, you don't.
Oh, right, well, we got gypsies. Like I don't know. I don't know if that'll be appropriate to make any cart. You know what? Maybe I should just stop talking.
Gotcha.
You know.
Anyway, going on defensive rating. You don't have an AC this game. You have a DR because of the fact that when you take cover. When you go to ground, when you're hiding in a vehicle, your DR changes. So your DR, there's a static DR of your character and their armor, and then it goes up and down as you move. For instance, like players love this shit because they can go, okay, there's a tree here. I take cover. Cool, your DR is now 20. Like, yes, because now unless like a tank hits your tree, you're pretty well covered.
Yeah.
It allows the biggest thing was allowing the player autonomy in this game. Like, how can I improve my thing just by doing stuff and using my head? Because when you think about it, like in D&D, you can't really improve your AC beyond like spells and armor, really.
See, and that's one of the biggest problems I think with 5e. I was talking to a fellow last night about this, and I think people shouldn't be. The problem is builds. People start the character at level 1 or 2, and they're like, "Oh no, I know exactly."
They already know.
They already know exactly what feats, everything that they're going to be taken by level 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think your character should more develop with what you're playing. You know what I mean? But like, that's neither here nor there. You know.
But this is literally I made this game for the players because my fans wanted this. They went, "Oh, make a D&D like thingamabob." I was like, I'm glad I said no because holy hell, we dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? This is not. I looked at it, I mean, you know what? I could have just sold this as a D&D module and made money. But I was like, the players aren't going to enjoy themselves with this. I could just see it. Like you can't get the full breadth of what they could be doing in this.
Like 5e just doesn't really work for modern day. Well, you know what? Thingy did a good job, so he did, but he had to do an awful lot of work around. You know, I think, again, a lot of people are just like, oh, let's just like adopt 5e and we'll like change it slightly to make it work instead of just starting from the start. You know what I mean? But anyway, stupid centaur. It's actually centaur paratroopers. Oh, here, did you ever add a paratrooper class? Come to think of it.
I'm going to. I'm going to add shoots and all that. But anyway, so basically, so as you scroll down, there's health points. We're going to add armor soak as well for certain armor pieces.
So one thing, the only complaint that I have in your game is
health points.
No, not your health points. It's your carrying. Everything's done in pounds. And I am not. See, there's the thing. I do pounds, but I do it in stone. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's the same way Americans, they would use like hundreds instead of thousands. Like instead of saying like 1,500, a lot of Americans would say 1,500. Does that make sense? And I don't know. Pounds just really confuse me. I'm like, oh god, please make the ping go away. You know what I mean?
Use actual weight, idiot. God, fuck
like,
you.
Honestly, I'm kind of at the point where when it comes to carrying capacity, it's the most boring aspect of almost any game that I play, and I just really barely.
Well, the thing is, if it didn't add, you have guys like trying to carry around 40 M250 cals or some damn thing.
That's the biggest problem.
So I had to do it. I had to. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, pretty much. But that honestly is my only complaint about your game. That's I'm just putting it out there. That's my.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
But the races. So for you guys, I created some custom and some bog standard races.
Yeah.
Like the Agrodalings are non-fucking retarded tieflings, if you ask me. Like this is what basically Agrodalings are a person or a humanoid with horns that can change in type, depending on their basic genetics. They're not demons. They're not like they don't have tails. I'm pretty certain.
Can you pick? Do they have neon hair though?
No, fuck that. They ain't got any neon hair.
Right,
I hate that. I hate that shit. Oh my god.
Good. As long as no neon hair, I think we can make this work.
But yeah, so Agrodalings are snow elves. They're basically the Finnish.
Yeah.
I made a race as a love letter to the Finnish. Yeah. Like as you scroll down, it's like these guys have to wear sunglasses or some kind of eye visor. That way they don't burn their eyes out.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then the bright-eyed, they see well in the dark, and they all carry on a shiv. Every Agrodaling has a shiv on them. That's a special thing called a nisper.
I mean, have you ever met a Finnish person before you get that?
Exactly. I was like, I have to do this. Yeah.
If you've ever actually sat and spoken to one for any length of time, they're really weird. I don't know when they're joking or not. I'm not even joking. Like, see, the thing is, anytime I'm talking to the Finnish, I have no idea if they're like trying to make a joke or not, or if they're being 100% deadly serious. Because the Swedes are like that. The Swedes are very, very serious people, I find, and it's very hard to tell whenever they're making a joke. But the Finnish kind of do take the piss, but they don't at the same time. I don't know. It's a hard one to work out. Maybe it's just a cultural barrier for me. Anyway, like
okay, so Brimtesh are the actual quote unquote tieflings, but they're just not stupid. They have horns because horny humanoids, you got to have them in some kind of fancy setting, but they don't have any stupid fucking tails. They don't have any like like demon eyeballs or weird ass hair skin colors. There's just a bog standard horn person. It's
Oh.
what they are.
So here, your man got back to us, the guy that sent us the $50. He says, "Okay, got the money sent to the right place. Also, James, you get my money too. Out of curiosity, are you sending JPEGs? Sorry, JPGs of the rewards out too?"
You say JPEG, like well, I see JPG. I think like JPEG. I'm not sure what he means.
I think he means, in your thingy pack, like your DM pack, like your
Oh,
pack.
the maps. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So we will
think that's
have
what
the
it
actual
means.
maps as a PNG, not a JPEG.
Oh yeah. So you've got it all sorted out.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's lossless.
yeah.
Oh my fuck, we're reaching $3,000. Oh no.
You're like, after you. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so I'll explain the 3K thing because I want to have a full Foundry suite for this. I want people to be able to download Foundry or buy Foundry, and then their players have everything they need in the suite. They can create their own characters, have their own sheet, yada yada yada. Press buttons to attack, all in the suite. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So the 3K one's is a minor one, so it's got like simple buttons and all that.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like, see, the thing is, Foundry's quite good. The only problem that I've got with it is,
He hates the Irish.
No, well, it does. Yes, that is true. It's kind of like what is called Bill the Butcher. You know what I mean? He's kind of like that. He's like, never mind. Look, I'm gonna get it. I talk like Bill the Butcher. Anyway, no. Look, you just keep going. I'm gonna get us into Prowler. All right. This is why I don't live stream very often. There's so much that I have to cut out. It's not even funny. This is the thing. People keep asking us, "Oh, can you guys do like live streams or do like a podcast or do like Let's Plays?" Like, I can't do Let's Plays, man. My Let's Plays would not.
We're just too spicy, man. We're just too spicy.
I do not want to get banned. But anyway, like, so,
okay, hold on.
Centaurs. Oh, right.
Sorry. Okay. So no, it's fine. We'll do Centaurs. All
right.
So Centaurs, there's 3 flavors of Centaur because it's me, guys. Come on, it's Garbro. So there's a basic Centaur stat line that also affects all the subtypes. So there's a draft, a charger, and a palfrey. A draft is big, stonking Centaur. Charge is fast, combat-y Centaur. The palfrey is the smart boy Centaur. And the size goes from draft is huge, charger is medium, palfreys are small. So palfrey is like maybe 5'8" at the shoulder.
Oh, right, okay.
They're far smaller. Well, a draft's like 6'4" at the shoulder.
Yeah, they're like, they've got. Are they the ones with like the fluffy legs?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's the only thing I can tell you about horses. It's like, the ones with the fluffy legs.
The one with the fluffy fetlock? What the fuck's a fetlock?
So, for you guys wondering, whenever I was playing this, I played a charger, so I did with a grenade launcher, which was a lot of fun. I played a schizophrenic charger.
All these guys played Centaurs, yeah, and they were fast as fuck. I was like, oh my god, these are all Centaurs. I had to like try and work around their speed. So there are rules on improvised explosives. There are rules for it. There's kind of a crafting system for traps and that kind
I don't know how much we can talk about these improvised explosives on YouTube, though. Please don't. Please.
Hold on. Why does it say celebrate the first super chat from narrator Ein with a gun? What the?
What? I don't know.
Hold on. I'll show you. Hold on. I'll bring this down.
Yeah, I've got it up on my screen.
Look at the screenshot.
Oh, is it a sticker? Is it a sticker? Maybe super sticker.
I don't know. It says celebrate the first super chat from narrator I'm with a gun.
All right. Okay. Well,
I was like, fucking what? I mean, that's very American of you, Wazowski. Thank you, Susan.
Yeah. Well, look,
she's finally getting with the program here.
Yeah. Exactly. Other way, I'm on mobile. Here, look. Here, look. The links in the description. Things right here. There you go. Or just wait until you get back at the computer. The link's in the description. Also, just go on to Kickstarter and type in Veil Lighters and you'll find it. You know what I mean? So, honestly, there's a good few days. You set this to...
I got 60 days.
60 days, yeah. Honestly, I should...
because I knew that someone's going to say, oh shit, it's not payday. I want you guys to have enough time to plan out and budget. Because I've been there. I know about budgeting and how much it sucks absolute donkey balls.
Yeah,
I gave folks enough time to go, okay, do I want this? Do I not want this? And if I do, can I budget out for this using 2 months of time? That's what I wanted to do. Well, I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to make money. I'm just trying to get you guys a book the book you motherfuckers deserve.
Yeah,
You
well,
know
it's coming together pretty nicely. So it is. Oh, here someone says refresh the page. Also, my one's in.
what the fuck just what?
My one's in dollars because I'm on pounds.
3296. It jumped. Jesus Christ.
Nice, very cool. Very cool.
No worries. I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous or anything.
See, this is why I warned you about stretch goals, man. I warned you. I said I don't want to do stretch goals.
I didn't think it would do it. They'd be like, fuck this. Take $1, you idiot. But thank you for your debt. No, this is insane.
So you're doing well. You're doing well. Look, let's keep going. So look, we're going through. We got a few different subtypes of centaurs because, of course, we do. What's up next? Dwarves. Is anything different to your dwarves?
So my dwarves are narratively different. So the females have long lamb chop sideburns that they braid and shit, and plus dwarves hide blades in their beards and sideburns. So a female dwarf will have long sideburns that she braids, and dwarves have a dwarf beard. Plus, if you scroll down, there are something called sensitive fingers, where dwarves can feel vibrations and know how far away something. Yeah.
That's
and they're really stout. So this is a basic dwarf. All right, we know what's going on here. It's a dwarf. All right, it's brawny. They're gritty. They're stout. It's a dwarf. All right. There's no point in trying to the dwarf is a dwarf, and trying to rewrite the dwarf is fucking stupid.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it. There's millions and millions of different types of elves, but there's only.
But a dwarf is a dwarf.
People have tried to do dwarves with deep dwarves, or what dwarves were actually pretty good. I'll give it to World of Warcraft. They actually did do pretty good dwarves. With the ones in.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I thought they were actually not bad.
See you soon.
Oh God. Yeah. Anyway, Goliath.
So Goliath. So I'll do a little spoiler here, kids.
Goliath. Would you need to change the name?
No. You cannot trademark the word Goliath if it mirrors already bound mythos. So the Goliaths. Technically, all right, chat, listen, we're technically already on Earth, all right? If you follow the book series, there's a big, the portal opens up, right? And the Fae go over to the Earth side. Well, when that happened, it just sucked all the Goliaths off the fucking planet for some reason I won't spoil. So Goliaths are actually Earth native. They're just over here in mass due to spell fuckery. And Goliaths are, they're big folks, but they're very big. They got big old round ears. All the men only wear mustaches. Goliaths can't grow a beard. They can only grow mustaches. All right. God damn it, I said so.
That's sure that's one of the weird things. Whenever we think of mustaches, it's very gentlemanly. But that was actually brought in from Germans because they were trying to go back to the ancient.
The Gauls.
Yeah, it was seen as a barbarian thing. Only barbarians had mustaches. If you were civilized, you either had clean shaved or a beard. Nothing in between. So the more you know.
So Goliaths are popular because
they what the fuck?
Yeah, all they common because these guys can use heavy weapons as if they're a regular machine gun. So a Goliath can hold an M2 Browning and fire it from the shoulder if they so wished.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But they're harder to hide because they crouch down further because they're so fucking tall. Songbird is they can swap out their +4 brawn for this, and because Goliaths are known for their singing in my setting. So while they're in battle, Goliaths are singing to their compatriots. Much like what movie?
Well, what movie is it? I'm trying to think.
They're in Africa.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, of course. Right, we'll just keep moving.
Zulu! Yeah, and plus big meaty arms. So when the Goliath has you, it has you, bro. Like a Goliath has an advantage on grappling.
Yeah.
And when it does, you can headlock them and slowly choke them out.
I watched Zulu wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. I haven't watched it in ages. It's a great movie, what it is. It's one of the few movies I think from the 50s or early 60s that still hold up. It's hard, I find it hard to watch old movies like that.
What most folks don't realize is that the Goliath, if you scroll up, the Goliath can do 2 headlocks at once.
Oh.
So say you have 2 arms and it's a smaller medium creature, you can have one on one on the other, doing 1d4 crushing damage with both of your arms.
Let's take their victims to Suplex City. Oh god. Right, halflings.
So halflings, they're just really just shorter elves. Really, people wanted the halfling race. I was like, man, halflings are just a half size of everything. But I had to add something special to it. I had to. And halflings are cursed because they kept stealing shit. So think of halflings as like dwarves, but a bit softer. They're not as brawny. They're just kind of like, they're not as physically impressive. They have like pointed beards and mustaches. Dwarven women hate female halflings because they're both dwarves, but they're still just so say a dwarf wants like a much prettier wife, they'll go get a female halfling for their wife because they're less hairy, they're softer, bigger titties, that kind of shit.
Is this the whole thing with like Southeast Asian women then? Is this like I've got such high taste, I only like Asian women? Is that exactly what you're going for?
So due to a curse, halflings are lethargic at night. So when night falls, when the sun goes past the horizon, their curse kicks in. And if they're not careful, they'll fucking fall asleep. Which is great because they have advantage on stealth rolls. So say you're at night, you're like, gotta stay awake. You're trying to sneak as like, can't fall asleep. And, that's kind of their dichotomy. They're built-in moxie, built-in cunning, built-in grit. They're super easy to hide themselves. And they get advantage on stealth rolls, but you gotta try and make sure you don't fall asleep while you're trying to do shit. And at the same time, they get advantage on sleight of hand checks when their friends need something. I'm trying to relate the whole thief thing.
Yeah.
Plus, they have a trait called hackles. So, say one of your teammates fall below 1 HP, you become enraged, and you get an advantage on all your attacks.
That's pretty good. That's very good, actually. Let's be serious. That's quite a strong one.
So it helps the halfling like perform in combat because not a lot of halflings are going to be like so far I haven't been very combat oriented, been really sneaky or stealing stuff. But that's why when a TKP is rising, the halfling kind of step and go, hold on, wait a minute here, and try and take care of targets.
Yeah.
And after them is the harpies. So I have quite a lot. So chat. I have a lot of harpies because in my book series, harpies are very, very spread out. So there's a basic harpy, a common harpy, a jay harpy, a sparrow harpy, etc. And that's what they get. So they're about 3 foot 3 to 5 foot. They're very short little creatures. They have a high flight speed in the air, an okay ground speed. They get a cunning and grit. And there's something called casual cannibal. So harpies eat everybody. Harpies like meat. Any harpy loves them some meat. So harpies will can gain rations or HP from devour it. Yeah, kind of like that Death Dancer.
Yeah.
But this way they can. They're like how in World of Warcraft the Forsaken could just eat somebody for being a cannibal. Kind of same way here.
Yeah, it works.
They have sharp talons. They can do flying attacks. It's called gotcha, where they kind of scratch somebody's go away, and then bird's eye view. So this is a basic harpy. If you scroll down, there's brush feathered. Brush feathered are naturally camouflaged harpies. Their skin is mottled naturally and kind of tan. They have very, very mottled feathers. They blend in really well.
I must
ask,
Robert's put up a really interesting one in the chat. He says, Harpy's fecal matter is toxic, and their tits are huge. This is canon.
That is not.
Is it canon?
This is not canon, Robert. You stop that. Don't troll the neckbeardy boys. Their poo is not toxic. Good lord.
But
anyway, so brush feathered.
But the titties are good though. Yeah.
Sometimes, yes. But anyway, so brush feathered. These guys are the stealth harpy. They're very see they're basically ours 10, and they can't carry a lot of weight. Because they can only carry 40 pounds. These guys are ambush harpies or scout harpies. They hide better. If you scroll down, it says, blessed by she who hides. She who hides is a harpy goddess. This is one of the major players in the Pantheon. And there's one called Now You See Me, Now You Don't. So when a brush feather harpy attacks from foliage or a tree, they can spend 1 AP to immediately try and hide again. So they turn. So basically, picture a harpy fixed in a tree. They turn, they shoot, bam, and then turn back towards the tree. The people are looking around, what the fuck, and they can't find them. However, all these other variants have the tractions. Like these guys cannot use Sharp Talon's ability and cannot use Gotcha because their talons are very small. They can't scratch very well.
One thing I would say, and so what we can make out from this, definitely, it's not like, I feel like this is very true in a lot of systems. A lot of the different leases that you get are just
the same thing.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you get a +1 modifier to this or that. And, you know, whereas with this, you actually get a lot of, like, yeah, okay, there is a couple of
unique abilities.
Yes, there's definitely, everything's got a couple of unique abilities, you know what I mean? So, that's quite nice.
I try to make every harpy variety different. And there's the owl harpy. Owl harpies, their heads can twist around, all right? It's creepy as fuck. No one likes it, but they can just go step around, and you picture a human head looking back at you facing forwards, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So owl harpies are kind of like sentries. They're very cunning. They're very perceptive. They get advantage on attempting to detect stealth creatures, and they're very hard to sneak up on. And unlike so owl harpies have extra digits on their wing claws, so they can use rifles.
Hey.
Instead of So they're a bit different. Scroll down to the Himalayas. These are the combat muscle mommy harpies. All right, I'm gonna be fair with you here, chat. Himalayas are probably the hottest breed of harpy. All right,
okay, so
let's be fair here.
They're the ones with the fattest of titties. Okay, we got that.
Yeah, and they're also taller. They have a higher CQB score off the bat. They plus the clan. So a harpy claw on a roll of a natural 18, 19, or 20, it causes 1d6 bleeding damage for one. So basically, if you hit somebody and you get 18, 19, or 20 on the roll, like on a dice, it is bleeding. This is how long their wing claws are. They slick through shit. Then there's tribal warfare. So if a Himalaya is within 10 feet of a friendly creature, it gains 1+1 AP, +1 action point regen. So it helps them keep going in combat. And then roll of death. So these guys get stuck in, getting stuck in Bosch. They can go in there, and they can do a big whirlwind attack and attack multiple creatures at once.
Yeah.
But these guys cannot use any kind of ranged weaponry.
So,
bows, pistols, rifles, nothing. They're locked into melee.
Duns and Death says he's happy that he sees some harpies for excellent hitting runners. I'm happy that you put them in. Also, this is the other thing as well. You don't see a lot of these like centaurs. Like a lot of people just don't play them, or like harpies, or like you've got.
Well, because they suck in D&D, dude. Like
Oni satyrs, you've got a lot of them here, but like they're done very differently. And the thing is, as well, like I know this Degarbo is absolute fucking sacrilege, but like you could pretty much all role-playing games may as well be relatively compatible. Like if you like some stuff here, you can definitely copy and paste it.
The fuck you just say to me?
You could definitely use some of this stuff and bring it across to other systems. You know what I mean? So there you go. Just an idea.
Okay. So hold on. Go back. We gotta go through all the races because the races are what really excited people about the book. They're like, oh, these are cool.
Yeah, well, I think they are.
Because a lot of these races I made for D&D on their own PDFs, and then anyway. So Raven Harpy.
Yeah.
Raven Harpies are the calling mark of Brumola, who's a minor harpy deity who goes around. And she's basically like a Valkyrie. It's kind of like that, but she's a big ass fucking bird lady. But Raven Harpies can speak more properly, and they memorize languages like really easily. They can use all weapons. They have advantage using stealth at night because they're all black feathers.
Yeah.
And they do not take negative movement modifiers when carrying small and medium-sized creatures in their talons.
What's the largest thing that they can steal? What's the biggest thing? If I was to play a harpy, who could I steal? Could I just nab someone off like a battlement?
Probably, yeah.
Hey, if you egg the roll,
And scroll down a little bit more. There's more to this one.
Cunning linguistics.
Cunning linguist, which
that's what you said, yeah.
Well, if you know the joke, you get the joke. Then there's battlefield tourist. So the Raven Harpies always come with Brumola to the battlefields, and they help heal those who are not fit to die quite yet. They help.
There's a Valkyrie then? Yeah.
Yes, and an arrow dodger. These guys, when they're holding a wounded person of anyone, so any combatant they're holding, and they're kind of hiding their talons, they can do what's called an arrow dodger, where they can basically try and roll to either have the arrow or bullet miss completely or only slightly damaged. They help This is for damage soak.
Hmm.
When you spend AP, you can more or less you can spend AP immediately do an arrow dodge and it reduces damage.
Should
So
we
say it
explain what AP is, or the action points? Well, no,
action points.
We'll leave that.
We'll
till
get
later.
there.
I don't want to. I don't want to get too much into that. There's
Yeah,
another
but most of,
subplot.
but most,
Is there any
but,
monster girls that speak in Urus? Are
yeah.
there?
Well, kind of. There are the Serbians, but we'll get that in a while.
Serbians.
Serbians.
All right.
Serbians.
Okay.
Okay,
enough.
but most importantly, the one catch-all to this race is they cannot use casual cannibal. They're forbidden from eating flesh.
Oh, right, okay. They're quite good, though. Also, here, I might as well ask, is it only women? Is it, like, harpies? Is it only women who play it? Like, you have to...
Oh, no. There are... Yeah, there are male and female harpies.
Oh, all right. That's not very progressive of you, Garbu, just you know.
What? Oh, for God's sakes. So, the Havader, this is a polite request from Pirate. Pirate likes the spider girls. So I made an entire half spider race with lore as to why the fuck they're half spider. It's all right there, chat. I gave you lore.
Yeah, there you go.
But these are half spider people. And they love to ride shit. They will literally rope with their butt string and ride whales for fun. This is what they do. They ride things. So Havader are a kind of a sad story as to how they came about. But they're size large. They can scuttle up. I can scroll down. There you go.
Yeah.
They got ballistics, craft, and ride. They can use their butt string, all right, to help repair stuff like cloth and that kind of stuff. They're free to roam. They can travel up any surface because they're fucking spiders. They can use their butt rope to make a net and fish for fucking rations. They have a lot of eyes, so they're able to like do long range shots a lot easier. But they're abhorrent to the commons. People see Havader and go, "What the fuck?" and they immediately will just run. Like if someone sees a Havader, like, "What the fuck is that?" Because it's a giant spider person. It don't matter how big your titty or your dick is. All right. If someone sees a fucking Spider-Man down the street, they're gonna run.
Yeah.
Right.
How common would they be? Are there any like races that are like what are the most common to like what would be the most uncommon? You know what I mean?
So I'll just say this: the least common are Havader,
yeah,
Halfling, and Satyr.
They would be on the lowest end of the spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and Staglings, I guess. That's just because they're so far north.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a very, very BDSM butt rope session. Stop it. Anyway, so scroll down.
Yeah,
this is the Oni.
So Oni, there we go. Garbu's favorite.
Yep, I love me some fucking Oni girls. Not gonna lie. So Oni are kind of like the Japanese Oni, but not quite as fucking weeby. So they're very brawny and they take things very seriously with both their job and insults. Onis have more grudges than dwarves do. All right. And they love getting smashed. Like children drink children drink light beers, like literally for like as children. Like there's fucking sucking that shit back. There's not soda pop. No, there's a fucking light brew with your fucking breast milk.
It's just
with Oni.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So go ahead and scroll down.
All right. Let's see.
They're raised by the barrel, so so only dwarves and Oni have this trait, raised by the barrel. They're naturally brawny, naturally have good with moxie. They have built-in +3 cooking and brewing just off the bat. They hold grudges easily. They are so if you scroll down, you can pick one of your professions down below.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of a hobby that your Oni does. And this is more in terms of like role playing, but does come into place a lot of times with a lot of the story stuff. And then they get an ancestral weapon. So I think only 2 races have an ancestral weapon, or sorry, 3: the Agrodalings, the Oni, and the Amatu. But the big ass fucking grudge breaker, basically a giant wooden polearm that most Onis use.
Megan, get
and
up
it's
here.
used to...
Megan's in the chat, so she has said fruits. She said upstairs earlier to get upstairs. Oh, thank you, said super chat as well. Jan's spider person looking at you with big bitties is honestly more terrifying. I mean, yeah, but like I know there's gonna be someone that's gonna be like, oh, is it really bad? It's really terrifying. Oh my god. Oh no. You know.
All right, hey
So.
James, I'll be right back. Just ad lib for me, okay?
All right, don't worry. So honestly, see the thing is, like, Garbu's been working on this for a very long time. I think it's worth picking up. The only thing is, I kind of wish he had it in print, but again, that I'm sure he'll do that very soon. So he will, because this has went way better than what he expect. Honestly, Garbu did not expect this. You know what I mean? Garbu's been working on this for a while. He expected the people that he's been playing with to pick it up, but it's done way better than what he could have expected. So, that's pretty good. And also, he's starting to sweat over the stretch goals, which is kind of funny. You know what I mean? But look, we'll just see how it turns out for him. You know what I mean? He's got 58 days. But as you can see, there's a lot in this. How big is this PDF? Let me see. So I'm on Oni at the minute. Does it say? Yeah, it's under 200 pages. And this is like the thingy one. This is the... I can't remember which book this one is. James has been messaging me all day about the amount of money. What is this? Messaging me all day about the amount of money. Yeah. What? I don't know. I'm not too sure. But anyway. Here, do you want to? You guys know what you want. You guys. There's 3 books. So anyway. Melee weapons, ranged weapons. Oh, here we go. Let's just get into it. So normal shot, aim shot. I suggest for the future campaigns, any airborne should use plum plates or £10 5 kilo darts. People used to drop on attackers from high walls. Oh yeah, I've seen them. So they're pretty cool. So I think Garbu has that. If I'm being honest with you, honestly, if there's a weapon you can think of, Garbu's put it in. If it's anything that's been in use in the last 50 years, although most of the equipment I think is 80s tier. You know what I mean? They're still using a lot of older equipment. You know what I mean? But you would need to really look into Garbu's setting and lore. It's kind of like there's a portal from Earth and they're sending loads of equipment and stuff like that. It's kind of like Ezekiel, but not Ezekiel at the same time. Don't tell him that I flew 500. Did you? Fuck me. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, God. Is that where it all came from? Jesus, that's bad. That's a lot of money. But, honestly, Garbu's been working really hard at that. He really has been. And I think it's all paying off for him. The thing is, if you want to see how it plays, Garbu does... Let me see if I can get it. Garbu Twitch... I know he's yeah, there we go, that's him. Oh wait, no, that's his Twitter account. Let me see. There we go, Twitch. Yeah, so there is his Twitch, so it is. So he live streams all the time. So if you want to see what the actual game is like, and if you want to see some Let's Plays, there you go. That's the best one you're probably going to get, you know what I mean? Because he does it all the time, you know what I mean? He does this pretty regularly. I'm pretty sure anyone can sign up. See if you just join his Discord, you'll find it all on his channel, you know what I mean? If you go into his Discord and you can just sign up for games, he runs them twice a week, I think, so I'm getting all 3 books. I want to live stream Game Master on YouTube. Hey, that's pretty cool. Hopefully it works out, you know what I mean? Say to Garbu when you play, join you, if I'll be honest with you, just shoot him a wee message. You can message on the back end of thingy, so you can, James, show your midget porn collection. No, Megan, you're not supposed to talk about that in public. I can't believe you would say that. Why would you do that to me? That's so not cool, But it would be cool if airborne people had shoes with spikes or axe blades on top so they can kick. I think he does have that, honestly. I'm near positive he does have that. But even then, he's already kind of got that with thingy.
What I miss?
All good. Oh, here, look at the chat. Look at Death.
You're not talking shit, are you? Hey?
Yeah, look at Death Dancer says, check the back end. He says he's...
What the hell is even that?
He says he's thrown $500 on it. Jesus, that's mad, You know what I mean?
What now?
He says he's thrown 500. He said he threw $500.
What the fuck, Death?
What the fuck?
Bruh!
I suppose you're gonna have to do him some commissioned artwork now. I suppose.
I'll send you 1,000 centaur buttholes just for you, my friend.
Yeah. So anyway, look back to where we were. We're on Oni, weren't we?
Yeah, Oni. But so, we can go below Oni to Satyr.
Yeah.
So because we were done with Oni. Now, Satyr are extremely rare due to the fact of genocide. So, like I said, checklist. Genocide makes a race interesting because this is a very anti-Fae book. The whole book series, chat. You can use a free audiobook on my channel. You can go listen to. But the Fae tried to become gods, and they lost. Now the Satyr are a low level of Fae, but they're so low in the totem pole, the Fae don't treat them as Fae, but everyone else does. So when the Fae War started, the Satyr tried to hide, and they found them, and they massacred the Satyr. And when they finally realized, oh fuck, and they realized their mistake, it was already too late. The Satyr were completely decimated. And it's only now they're finally like relevant, because Satyr been fucking for years, all right? They're trying to fucking boink their race back to existence.
Oh, here.
And Satyr,
Oh no.
and Satyr were so abhorred by the bloodshed, they swore to never spill blood again in a Fae pact with themselves. So Satyr are an odd.
Thingy was
race.
asking. He's asking what skin tone you've got your OD as.
Okay, so I believe I say in there. Mind you, I'm doing a lot more writing on this because now I have to. But they're basically red, green, blue, and yellow Oni, as well as a rare white Oni. So they're about 5 colors. Now it sounds like, oh my god, bro, why do they get colors? This stuff, but not for the brim tuck. Fuck you, okay?
Deal with it. Right. So anyway, Cedars.
But yeah,
Southern Elves. So what's the difference?
Whoa! Scroll up.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Okay, hold on. So Satyr have spellcraft built in and aptitude built in. These help you learn more spells, and they can detect poison in food and drink by smell. And this thing of let no soul depart. A Satyr cannot let a creature drop below 0 HP. No matter how much you attack them, they'll always be at 1 HP. However, when below that, a Satyr can ignore the ritual bonus of +1 spellcraft and magical aptitude to instead gain +2 CQB, and they can kill stuff. However, they can never know healing spells.
Oh, that's pretty good. What actually? That's a really interesting. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a little restriction. That'll definitely see. That's the thing. I think a lot of people are scared of that sort of stuff because, like, you look at stuff like Kenku. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, is it going to turn into a gimmick? Is it going to, But I think that's a pretty good one. I think you definitely work that in the campaign easily enough. You know what I mean? I think most DMs could work that. And make it work well.
If you're a basic C+ DM, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
The rare albino Oni, not albino death, just white.
Well, I like to think of them more as like
rare albino Oni.
No, I would imagine them more like like geishas.
Yes, that's what I envisioned was the geisha white, not like albino.
Yeah, like makeup white. Oh, what's this?
All right, so Southern Elves. Southern Elves
we got
have
another super shot, by the way.
Hold on. Oh shit, okay, go.
Love you guys. Been watching for years now. I'll definitely be picking up this book and on it as one shot or two shot. Honestly, the thing is as well, it's a simple game to pick up. I think most people, if you just give them like maybe a combat simulator, you'll be fine, because that's pretty much what Garpu did for us, and we were able to pick up and play easily enough. It's just the only thing I think it'll take people a wee bit to get used to is the action point system. But once you get the gist of it, like, it really doesn't take much. It really doesn't. Do you have Tommy guns also? They're asking. So
Daniel Lyons, there are Thompsons in the game, and there's also the spellcraft repeater, in which it's a drum. But it's full of wands. So as you shoot, the wands rotate and fire out magical bolts. But that's one of the ones that's like a rare weapon. You'll just find those on a fucking street bench.
Oh, I'm gonna say to Megan here. I want to go for a fag. I'm gonna ring Megan and Billy her to come up and take over for a second, because I'll
just keep talking then.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna ring her and see what she says. Hold on.
Yeah. All right, chat. So basically,
I need to put her on loudspeaker here. 1 second.
Yeah, gotcha. So a basic elf chat has very long ears. I took it. I like the way Warcraft did it with those very long pointed ears. But Southern elves have very short ears, and there's actually a racist term for them called lurks. So Southern elves work for the Fae.
Real quick and take over. I want to go on for a fag.
Southern elves align themselves with the Fae, so they're shunned by all the other races on this planet. But there are some Southern elves who kind of break away from their clans down south,
Also,
and
we got
they
another
kind of go
super
north.
chat there. I am deaf. Thanks, Jesus Christ. What is all that? Wait, we never get super chats. This is kind of amazing, if to be honest with you. Megan,
Well, I
jump
think
on.
Black Time did the thing the other guy did. So Black Time, you know that this is like if you want to give. Well, I don't know. He'll figure it out. Fuck it.
Hello.
But oh, hey Megan, how you doing?
All right. I'm not entertaining on live stream, so.
But yeah, so basically, Southern elves are reviled by all the other creatures, so much that there's a racist term for them. They're called lurks, which is a kind of short dagger. So you hear like in the game, you fucking lurk, because their ears are really short. And like it's like saying you fucking insert slur here, like you fucking knife here. But these guys they're much more what's the word, tom girlish. They're not very muscular. They're more than magic and history. So they have built-in +2 spellcraft, +2 brain power, schooled by the finest, and then the chosen children. Megan, could you scroll down for me, please? Thank you, darling.
So work at a computer. Hold on.
so each Southern elf has a trait they are made with. So when you make a Southern elf, you roll a d10, and this is your random Fey gift. Every Southern elf has one. Due to the fact that they helped the Fey in the war, the Fey blessed them. And whenever a Southern elf is born, they are given a trait. Did you use ancient Greek mythology for centaurs? Or they're no. So in the lore, I am changed on like buttholes. Very good, Megan.
Wait a minute, not me.
Yeah. So no. So the gods on this system, this lore setting, they were able to bless certain races, and the centaur said, "Hey, we want to be the best cavalry we can be." So the gods picked up their boots and made them into centaurs, and they were able to keep being centaurs. Most of the weird races here are by design, not by a struggle snuggle. Okay, they're made by design. Good lord. All right, but yeah. So basically, this is your Fey gift. And I'll probably add more to this since we got the very fucking daunting Kickstarter goal. 3,500. Oh my god.
3,500? You're not doing too bad.
Yeah, that's honestly. I thought I would get like $1,000 and I would be happy with that. Now I'm like, oh fuck.
We've been telling you for ages to get a Kickstarter going. Everybody wants.
Yeah, I know. Okay, scroll down for me, darling. Thank you. So staglings. This more centaur bullshit, chat. Don't judge me, okay? I don't want any weird shit in my email. All right. Staglings are like reindeer centaurs. Okay, they have a reindeer body and like a person torso, and they have antlers on their head. Not very big ones, kind of small ones, and they have cloven feet. So it's like a Finnish centaur, if you will.
All these centaurs.
And don't you,
all these
Megan?
Centaurs.
Look at all those centaurs. So if you'll scroll down, they're fleet-footed. They're immune to cold weather. Frost and cold damage is halved from spells or traps. They get a +2 bow skill and +1 to sniper rifles. These guys have built-in weapon skills. And they have frosted tips. So a stagling can attack with their horns and gore somebody.
I need to go down.
But not only do they gore somebody, they can
I'm away
throw
now.
them. So, all right, Megan, thank you.
Bye.
So when a stagling gores somebody, they do 1d6 damage, and then they can throw that creature 10 feet in any direction. Garbro, friendship is magic. Shut up. Canadian centaur. There we go. Daniel's got it. Daniel's got it.
Canadian centaur. So what is a stagling? Is this another centaur then, or something similar?
Kind of. It's like a reindeer centaur that has horns.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, sure, the whole thing with your centaurs. They look down on horses. They think of them as beneath them or something.
Well, so lore-wise, centaurs think horses are abhorrent. They're like a basic beast. Ugh, get away from me. Because centaurs were crafted by God. They are by a god. I think it was the god of design, Rydos, or something like that. But they were blessed with creation and formed by a god's hand. Who they are. I think horse is like, it's a fucking horse. It's like us looking down at a cockroach beneath me. Now, lore-wise, orcs and centaurs fucking hate each other, right? So when an orc captures a centaur, they'll use them like horses to embarrass them. And most orcs, when they kill a centaur, will skin that centaur and wear its pelt. Like that's how much these two fucking hate each other. Centaurs will take an orc and put him on a pole, way up in the fucking air, like in the they kind of Dracula the orc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Pillar style. Your man's asking, what would an in-universe D&D Bruni be like? So who
fucking Spurglord probably.
No, like what race would be the one be like, centaur? Like, you know, is there any other race that
not really? No, I mean centaurs
common?
are respected, but they're also very secular. So also because someone's gonna bring it up in this universe, half-breed races are very hard to do.
Oh yeah.
And when I say that, when I say that, I mean, say a dwarf and an elf want to make a baby. They have to work 20 times as hard to make that baby because the genetics are too different. And even then, usually if they do somehow make a half-breed baby, it is shown as a symbol of their love and dedication because it's that hard to make a half-breed child. It's like they love each other so much that they tried that hard and they somehow made a baby. It's a testament to like a couple's love and desire.
Yeah.
Plus, when a couple makes that half-breed baby, the goddess Melanie blesses them because like, holy shit, y'all did it, and that kid is like made for life.
Yeah. Hey.
But even then, like if a certain race wants a couple with a centaur, you're kind of looked at a bit like, are you sure about that, bro?
Your man's asking a silly question. Do you harpies have hands? No, I remember you said that the thing you said extra hooks.
Yeah,
that's one thing I think you're definitely going to need to do artwork for all your.
Yeah, I will.
Stuff,
I will. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
well, I do have artwork for it already, but yeah. So harpies have wing claws. Think of like a giant pair of hands, and at the end, and like near the middle of the wing are the wing claws. It's like these other digits that aren't fully spread out. I had to look at anatomy of a bird wing and a bat wing. I was able to kind of figure it out.
Bats would be a good example. I think bats would be the easiest ones to, they've got that big hook at the top, so they do.
So, and at the same time, some harpies have less kind of wing digits than others. But yeah, what we're doing?
So Stagland, we'll go down to Adorned.
The Adorned. So the Adorned are just like the Brim Touched, except the Adorned have naturally occurring holes in their horns. So the Adorned will loop shit through them. Like they'll put coins in them to be a merchant. They'll put like a fish hook through it. They kind of use these holes to kind of show the personality. So an Adorned, you hear one coming from a mile away. And that's literally all they have. They have their owl eyes, so they see the dark very well. But the Adorned is simply a more RP fun way of being a Brim Touched.
So he says fang boy. I'm thinking more femboy. Show it off here. You guys are one of my best teachers. Oh, thank you.
Hey, Black Time, appreciate that. I mean, well, Black Time, don't forget, I'm only here because of this man right here. James is who got me here.
Well, it's because you did those skeleton parties. Like, this
hell, James! I know, right? This guy's pretty fucking. Like when James, like, hey, bro, I was like, oh my god, it's fucking Nick Beardy. Like I was like, oh my god, my story? Wow.
So it's so cool, James.
So the thing was, what happened was, I got Garblue to do some voice acting for us for a different channel, and that different channel didn't really pan out. So I ended up just giving him the channel, and then that's kind of how this all came about. You know what I mean? So, it was just, you know what I mean? It was one of those ones. I wasn't going to do anything with the channel. I was like, right, that's.
It was a chance meet that the internet and being an absolute spurg brought together, and I could not be happier for it. Like, I would not be anywhere near where I am right now without James.
Yeah, so, well, I don't know. Like, it was one of those ones, like, it kind of just worked out, you know what I mean? The thing is, like, I've met a lot of people, see, when it comes to, like, people on YouTube, I'm very wary.
Making a star, kid.
No, but I'm kind of wary of a lot of, like, most YouTube channels, because the thing is, I think a lot of people that end up doing YouTube, they tend to get into it when they're quite young, you know what I mean? And they've never really done like a normal job or whatever, and they kind of, what's that saying? Like, people, once they become like famous, they never grow up, you know what I mean? And you kind
of they tend to look, they tend to leave behind their old life, leave behind old friends. They change.
I've kind of
There are a few people I know who have gotten quite internet famous, and they left me and all the rest of their friends behind.
yeah, kind
And
of yeah.
it's crushing because they want to chase that notoriety,
It can go.
that popularity, and
I think
they change.
a lot of people aren't cut out. See, the thing is, like, it worked quite nicely because I did text speech for so long. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really on the channel, and then like it's actually kind of amazing that me and Megan were able to pull it off. You know what I mean? It's like
I know, right?
no, please don't show anyone how I live. You know what I mean? But then we're kind of behind the screen anyway. Like we're very rarely on camera. So,
Don't let people know how I live.
yeah, it was a fated encounter. Sparkles happened when you made also Mr. Super. Did we miss a super? What one did we miss? Did we miss one?
Missed one.
Did we? Side question: Harpies have wings. Balloony. Did we? What one did we miss? Do you use ancient Greek mythology?
No, I addressed that one when it popped up.
Did you? I am.
Did we miss one?
Did we?
If we did, let us know.
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
We'll redress it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Anyway, look. So anyway, adored.
Yeah.
So Valio.
So Valio.
So is this
So-
like a
so
variable then? Is this like
No.
a
So Valley elves are elves of the valley. They have very long ears. They're always tan. They're kind of basically kind of Gallic in nature. They have facial hair. They can't, like, their ears are so long they do like head wraps for their ears, so won't get the machinery and shit.
So they're a bit more like wild ones. You know what they?
Yes.
You know what they're sounding about like elves from. You're gonna hate me for this, but it does.
Warcraft.
Yeah, I'm picturing elves
Yeah.
from Warcraft with the big long bushy
Yeah.
type guys.
And not the eyebrows. That's dumb. But I liked how long their ears were, so
Yeah.
I kind of took that and made them more like, well, less like emo goth elves and more like sunshine and farming elves.
Yeah.
But they get a +2 to HP heal using healing magic. They get +2 brawn, +1 to animal handling. They get half of spear and hoe, so they know how to use pole arms better. Forager, animal handler, so they're just better. Oh, I forgot to put that down there. Look at appendage I.
No, someone's mother does not count as a creature, Garbo. I can definitely imagine that. So how did that crop up in a game? You know, who was it that?
It wasn't a game. It was someone talking to me in DMs, in there because the guy was running his own game.
Yeah.
And a guy said, "No, I can fuck his mom best because I have animal handler." And he was like, "What the fuck?" So this guy paused his game and goes, "Garber, how do I address?" I was like, "Excuse me." Like the CC said, "Yeah, he's saying his mom's a beast of burden because she's a whore." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, I would let someone have that. Just saying, I would let someone have that, but maybe it depends on how funny it is at the time. You know what I mean? It's like, right, I'll give you this once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, here, what's this? Another super chat. Can we distract them and get them to land so they can't focus? Oh, thanks, man.
Tonks.
You better have more types of dwarves and elves. There's 10 billion sub elves. There is a lot of elves, but the thing is, elves are a lot easier to do, and I feel like dwarves are already pretty solid. I don't think you need to.
Technically, halflings are a subrace of dwarves.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
In my setting, they are a subrace, but I could do maybe one more. I can try and figure one out.
Well, the thing is, like, it looks like you're gonna. It definitely looks like you're gonna make it past all your stretch goals at the minute. So, like,
yeah, that's fucking terrifying. Cause like, hey James, AB, can you help me out with this fucking module for Foundry?
Yeah.
I'll pay you money.
I have no idea.
James, help me, please.
I have no idea how to use Foundry. You're gonna. You know what? You should go on.
No. This is the Canadian James, not you, James. There's a whole other James I know.
Different James.
But yeah, like I'm having a feeling like, can my ass cash this check? Like I'm having that slight like mental like, are you sure? Anyway, so Yamato, these are my favorite. These are a kind of a water elfin dwarf. Really, they're very short, but they're all about water. They love like rivers and cliffside ocean villas, and they build their cities into riverbanks, into seaside cliffs, and they're all about water. And most importantly, they always suck like this almost because they have big blocky teeth. So and plus they're
Totoro,
in that.
What
I love is that Yamato fat shame. All right, because a fat Yamato is seen as lazy, and Yamato a public shame or sorry, Yamato will publicly shame other fat Yamato because, like, oh, you lazy shit. You
Well,
know?
what about like sea lions and like a lot of marine mammals are kind of on the heftier side. You know what I mean?
No. See, this is why Yamato are kind of a dwarven subrace because they're all about work. They love their work. They want to go and catch fish and get pearls and blah, 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 blah. You know, they're all about working. Like, to the point that if you're a lazy Yamato and you're fat, they will tie you down to a board till you lose weight and they set you free.
You should add in. I think it was the Gauls that had that. They had a fat tax. Like if you're a man or whatever, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
If your belly dripped past a certain, like, you know, they had like this belt they would give people, and like if your belly was over that, it's like, you got a fat tax, man. You know, you
no
shit. Maybe you should. Maybe you should look into that.
They had a fatty belt.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, you should
on the belt, fatty.
Check it out. Honestly, it's something to look into. It's kind of interesting. But then again, like, you know, see if we lived back then, like, you know, it would be kind of hard to be fat back then. You know what I mean? So.
It would take some effort.
Yeah,
sure.
it would have. It's almost like God's cruelest joke. You know, one of the biggest killers of all mankind has been starvation, and now we've overcame starvation, and now our biggest death is fat. You know what I mean?
Yamato grind set.
Yeah.
Now there is a meme with Yamato that some people made on the server. I don't like the fact they compared Yamato to the Vaporeon meme because they are always, yeah. So basically, so Yamato is +2 medical physical, +2 healing magic, +1 cunning, can breathe underwater, and are not exhausted by swimming. They cannot be in dry heat. They're about moisture and being moist, so they're not like deserts. They can pass stealth checks automatically when running silent underwater. So Yamato have a special attack, right? It's called From the Murk. A Yamato can grab somebody and drag them underwater in a melee attack. And then they have their answer. They have what's called a Yultu hammer, which is basically a kind of like a jet-powered hammer where it'll suck in water and expel the water out the back of the hammer and give you high impact speed while underwater. But it doesn't work. It only works in water. You know, it's not like you can do it
that's a good way of doing it. Because I always wonder about that. Like, how do you, like, you would only be able to like stab underwater. You know what I mean? It would be really hard to use blunt weapons underwater.
Well, because Yamato are trying to harvest like these big ass like clams and shit. Like, how do you open these fucking things? So they made this hammer that will suck in water and expel it out the back. Kind of like you know how squid have that little thing. They can like shoot out water and go fast.
Can this
work?
Can this work with circumference skulls? Yeah, I'm sure.
Sully, come on, Sully, don't be like that, man. Come on, Sully.
I'm pretty sure if you put it in someone's ass, you know, you can make it work. You know what I mean? Just putting that out there. I'm sure, like maybe a hydraulic douche. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway,
like, so that's but hold on, but the small little picture there, that's what you want to look like. That's what they look like. Like that little picture, yeah, that's what they look like.
It's good. So that's all the Jesus. That took us a long time to go through just the laces, but all the laces have got something to them. Like, you know, they're not just here's an extra +1, +2, whatever stat. You know what I mean? You went into a lot more detail, and they all do have very unique abilities. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any waste here. You know what I mean?
I tried really hard to make each one unique.
Yeah.
You know, I want the player to choose the race and go, okay, this has something that I like.
All right, so the guy's asking how do I...
And then...
here, you're almost hitting 3,000 pounds here. It's in the description. Garbro has the Kickstarter up and running. There you go. You know what I mean? So check it out.
Thank you, Ismail.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this live stream up. So I'll keep it up until the Sunday, and then Sunday I'll upload like an edited version, and I'll put in, you know, like all the timestamps and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's you know, it's just easier for people to go over this, and if you want, you can put it into the Kickstarter. You know what I mean? Because
there's quite a bit to crunch through, and if you want, I can kind of speed run the next bits.
Yeah,
so
we'll speed up reason. Oh,
yeah.
Here,
so the jobs
what the fuck is up with all these super chats? Jesus Christ!
I know, right?
Oh, Jesus, that's bad. Get the Kickstarter. What are you doing? Get the Kickstarter.
Okay. So Black Time. Can you send me a message on Discord, and or send me that message in an email or on Twitter or on Discord. That way, I can actually make sure I have that in text. And there's another one here, $10.
Jesus Christ! Actually, if you like fat, you would actually Walk on sea. Oh yeah, actually, come to think of it, yeah, because fat and buoyancy and all that jazz.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Well, the thing is, Glow in the Dark is the first person to actually get that reference. He's the first, on God, he's the first person to get that shit.
There you go. Are you there? Did you cut out?
I'm here.
Oh, right, okay.
Anyway, so jobs are so jobs are classes.
All
These
right.
are all jobs. There's a Veil Auxiliary, a Breacher, Battle Buddy, Chef, Radio Man, Benefit Forensics, Demolitions, Gambler, Guard, Men at Arms, Medic, the Negotiator, EOD,
Chef.
Scout, Transporter. There's a lot of classes.
Yeah, how many do we have?
And-
1,
and
2,
they-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 classes. That's quite a
Not
bit.
only that, but they're all unique and have their own unique skill tree. So if you scroll down this one here, you'll see like level 3, level 6. So they all have they all have a starting attribute bonus or skill bonus, starting equipment, and then they have their own unlocks. You can unlock things as you level up. It rewards you for playing a particular, job.
Can you
in every-
multi-class? Can you like have multiple jobs? Can you like?
I
can you
think
get
I put that in
promoted?
there
Can you
somewhere.
change?
Well, you can learn, but it takes like in-game RP time to
Yeah.
learn that job.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just take a fucking box and go, "I am now a paladin and a warlock." How? I just did it, motherfucker! Like that's how shit work.
Yeah. Like people could be very sketchy when it comes to multi-class.
I like where
monsters.
Joshua Verdreen's head's at. I like that, Joshua.
Oh, my God.
I think this writer correct writer.
So, like, well, let's go over the classes really quickly. So, Veil Auxiliary, so what's that? Like, militiaman?
So this is a basic rifleman.
All right.
This is a guy who they shoot rifles, and that's what they do. They're about attacking with rifles on targets and armor. And then if you go down the breacher, actually just click breacher.
Yeah.
Breachers are guys who want to go through doors and walls. They have they have plus with the shotguns and plus with demolitions. They have a giant fucking sledgehammer, foldable ladder, plate carrier. They're literally there's a trait in here. There's a trait in here at a certain level you can dual wield sledgehammers as a breacher.
Fucking brutal. Right, okay. Battle
Yeah,
buddy.
well, if you notice right there, level 7 it says "Women love me, doors fear me." That's one of their.
Fuck me. Yeah, you need to get that as a hat. You need to that sounds like merchandise right there. Yeah, that sounds like a merchandise.
Women love me, doors fear
So
me.
I actually stole something from this, so I did, and for the World War One game, your
Did
battle
you?
buddy. Yes.
Oh, did you?
I really liked that idea of you get a +1 for party members beside you. I called it camaraderie, but I really liked that idea. So yes, I did steal this Garbro. I am a thief.
Well, you know what? I am honored to have you steal my shit.
Yeah,
now,
there you
Battle
go.
Buddy is like, say, like you're like, I have no idea what to play. You play a Battle Buddy. You
Yeah.
help out your team. You're still useful. You still do attack shit. That's a class for you. Chef is a meme build I made due to Under Siege. Like, I'm the cook. This is
Yeah.
what that is. This is the chef.
Yeah, like what game isn't complete without a solid meme class? You just kind of got to do
I
that.
know.
You know, radio
Then there's-
man, you got to be like, what do you have helicopters and stuff in this sort of?
I do,
what's
yes.
your-
So we're adding more helicopter, adding more air support. Now, Radio Man is adept at calling in ordnance, artillery, mortars. It's actually a support class. Go down to Battlefield Forensics. This is your detective. You're all about you got perception, investigation. Now, if you scroll down, it says Noir Obsession on there. So
on the
this is a Veil race who came into contact with human noir novels. Went, holy shit, this is so cool. They want to be the detective in a noir film. So this is what they are.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. I like that. It's almost like your version of in-game weebs.
Yes, exactly. They're human weebs.
Yeah.
They're heebs.
Yeah.
Fucking heebs.
There you go. So demolitionist. I think that's what I played. Was it? I think I did.
Yeah,
it
this is
was.
the guy you want to make grenades, throw C4. Now scroll down. There's a special skill. Scroll down. Keep on going. Keep on going. Scroll down. Where is it? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Is that
Back
it?
up.
Oh, it's EOD. Okay, never mind. So this guy creates bundle bombs and creates improvised explosives. This is what this class is. This is what it does. It creates big boomies. Gambler is my love child class. The Gambler is all about risk. So this guy has plus to bluff and sleight of hand, +1 cunning, and a lucky coin. Lucky coin is basically the halfling shit, but not nearly as gay. And plus, with this, you actually learn to gamble with your rolls, and you can dual pistols. This is all about Tombstone, motherfucker. It's a Tombstone class. Hell yeah,
boy.
about gunslinging.
Yeah. Well,
But I believe. Well, hold on. I believe it's somewhere in here. Hold on, you're scrolling too fast.
So can we do a revolver also?
Ah, you can, yes. Now, if you look at Born Gambler, this is where you wager your action points. So on Born Gambler, once per turn, at any point in your turn, you may roll 1d6. If you rolling any number above a 2, you instantly gain 1d4 AP.
That's very
If
good.
you roll a 1, you lose 1d4 plus 2 AP. If you roll a 2, nothing happens. So it's a gamble. I love gambling mechanics.
That's actually quite good. It is also AP. I think is probably the most valuable resource in this game. I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
It is definitely something. See, this is the thing. I kind of got to the point where I was like, right, should I just go fucking mad with my AP and just go all out in the first round and just call it a day, and then you're just like starved the rest of all the other turns. Like, you know, but it's like but again, because combat is quite deadly in your game. Is it worth having prolonged combat? Would it just be better off? And because once you're out of combat, your AP leaks generally quickly.
It requires the player to think. I want to make players think, and it's I love when players gotta think tactfully and they talk to each other like, "Oh yes!" It's like it makes your heart go. It did his heart through 4 sizes that day. Boom, 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 as your players talk to each other.
Someone's asking, can you gunsmith and make quad barrel shotguns?
I mean, you could, yes. Yeah. And if you see at level 12, it's called I'll Be Your Huckleberry. That's when you gain the ability to dual pistols.
There we go. That's good. You know, you can't go wrong with that.
And then down to Guard. Guard is your melee class. And Guard is a sentry class. It's about perception, cunning, moxie. You have a bullshit alarm. You can make your players shake off bad grit rolls. It's a nice support class for those who like this kind of style of play.
Yeah.
Scroll down to the skills there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. So scroll down through the skills. There's one called Get Down, where you can actually, Mr. President, get down. You tackle a party member and help save them from an attack. Plus, they have the only rule. What's I say? They're the only class with this rule. They have Crack Shot. They can shoot into a melee with all bonuses.
Oh, that's quite good. That's actually good.
That's the only trait like this in the entire game. Only a guard can shoot into a combat with all your modifiers.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
and then in arms, this is basically your melee boy.
Yeah.
You wear armor. You swing sword. This is what you do, and it's got very unique abilities, I believe.
So that was one thing I was thinking about. See, when it comes to like in your game, because that's one of the things. Like, I can't remember. Was it Mittens that was using melee quite a bit, but he wasn't too sure on it. Just because the thing is, it's kind of hard to mix, like, you know, melee with firearms. You know what I mean? Like, would it not just make more sense to stay at a distance? What's your way of countering that? You know, what's your way of dealing with melee and ranged?
Oh, you're asking that. So basically, we added an engage rule, as when a creature engages when a creature engages another creature, that creature who is being engaged cannot move more than 5 feet away from the engage. It's kind of simulating the staying on your opponent. You're bearing down on them. They can't get away from you. You have to actually spend AP to disengage and move away from that target. So if you engage more than 2 targets, you kind of lock them in place, and they can only kind of go around you a little bit. It's a
good way of
not as
it helps balance the range to melee.
Yes, because there was a huge problem with melee being too underpowered, so we added the engage rule, and now if melee grabs you, you are so fucked.
It's because that's one thing I think a lot of games suffer with that. Like, you know, with why would I ever go into melee whenever I have a machine gun? You know what I mean? It's like I think I'm going to stay back. Anyway, so medic, let's go for it.
This is the medic.
Yeah,
it's the medic. Yep.
Yeah, the medic. You guys know what? The negotiator. Here we go.
The negotiator. This is someone who tortures people. I call it the negotiator because it's funny. This is a way to get answers. The negotiator will break fingers. It'll intimidate. It'll use their cunning. The negotiator gets the things you need, and I believe the negotiator can smell lies. Yeah, you scroll down. They can.
Okay.
There's something called "I Want Answers," where you have a finger wrench. You can smell lies, and you can actually say, "I want them alive" or "I want them dead," and actually that'll give. So basically, with this, if you say "I want them alive," it'll always stabilize that creature for 2 hours.
Oh, that's
say "I want them dead." Yeah, say if I want them dead on an attack roll, you can actually on a certain roll you make them do a grit save. And there's one called the Negotiator. This is the only class that can dual wield SMGs.
You gotta have it, you know. The thing is, like, see the amount of times I've said to people, it's like, yo, I really want to like get them as a hostage. Can we not kill them? And then people just go in and say, come on, man. Come on, you know how useful it would have been if we just had someone we could just ask a question to. Did we really have to? Do we have to get rid of absolutely everyone? Did everyone have to die? It's like, yeah, James. It's like, fuck you guys. What's wrong with you guys? James, I always support you and Megan. Well, thank you. You know,
how can one man be so based?
I suck your dick. I suck your dick.
Hell, we both suck your dick. Stroke the shaft, cut the balls.
Yeah. Okay. So exclusive ordnance.
So
disposal.
EOD.
Yeah.
Now this one is like it's kind of a funny one. It's kind of a funny one. If you scroll down, they have Yoink, where you can just steal a trap. It's just my trap now. So at level 7, you get if you see me running. It says here, if you're attempting to disable a trap and have failed, you're allowed to attempt a DC 15 cunning save. You're able to run away. So basically, you fail a trap. Oh shit, you're able to run away.
Yeah.
Now, if you scroll down again, there's one called the Fresh Maker. I want you to read that for me. Read the Fresh Maker.
If you're wearing a Quad Guard 4, so I'm going to assume that's the super, like, you know, them like super heavy armors that you see people wear like for bomb disposal. You're able to strap claymores. Oh, okay, or other types of thingy devices to your chest and set them off. So you've turned yourself into your bomb. So it's not quite. So it's not quite. Well, it can't be a suicide bomber because it's not suicide. So you've turned yourself into a bomber.
Yeah. So an EOD guy can strap a claymore to his quad guard, run towards the enemy, and then set it off. When you do, you're launched 10 feet backwards, and your thing goes off. So it's called the Fresh Maker because. So the NPCs are going to see a guy running towards them with like 3 claymore strapped to his chest and running at them. So it's like, oh fuck.
I mean, like, it's going to work. It's definitely going to work, you know? So...
Yeah. Now, also, level 12, you gain Sob Touch. Sob is one of the gods in the lore. And you're so insane by this point, you laugh while you're doing things in combat. You're like, it's like this cheery Slayer laugh. And when you do that, things around you take grit saves. And if they fail, they fear you.
Oh, that's quite good, actually. Yeah, you want that. That's actually quite a good one. I always love see fear warriors and stuff like that. Like, I think they're really underused. I think you get them a lot in like war games and stuff, but it's just really
see what Sully said.
So what's it say? I will cleave. No comment. I already got.
Scout. It's a scout. Let me go.
Yeah, just keep going. Scout, transporter. Okay, I think like
So transporter is the Mad Max role. You love driving shit, and when you drive shit, you're able to put like guns in your hood and shit. You're able to repair vehicles better. If you want to drive, ride, and fly things, this is your class.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. You know, like you know, I was trying to get the. Well, never mind that.
No. Hold on. Go up to the. Go up. Now look at the very last thing on the starting equipment.
Can of food grade sprayable. Oh, for God's sake! Yeah, yeah, you gotta put that in. You know what I mean? You gotta.
Hell yeah!
What was it? Was it just spray paint in the movie? I can't remember. I think it was.
Actually, no.
It was aerosols.
It was lore wise. It was spray paint mixed with like fucking. Like opium or some shit, but it was just like cake spray. That's all actually was.
You gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
All right,
anyway,
so
gunner.
The gunner. If you like machine guns, heavy weapons, this is your class. You walk. So basically, now hold on. Keychain. You get a little like anime girl keychain for your gun. First of all.
Oh,
and then walk softly and carry a big gun.
Oh, Garble, you should have done that. You should have added keychains. You should have done that.
I will.
For your Kickstarter, you put. Oh, yeah, I'll add them. Man, you should have done it. I know because you did a keychain not that long ago, didn't you? I think you did.
I did 2.
Yeah.
I did an Oni girl and Ramella.
Yeah, you did. So, well, walks off and carry a big gun. Of course, you need at least one 40k Lefkins.
Yep.
You know?
And yeah, so this is a gunner.
Yeah.
Nothing really like, oh my god, here. Technicians, they're basically the tinkerers. They like to make stuff. One man's trash, eager fingers. I made a thing. You can create little things. Is that a Nokia? Hacker Man? That kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of a meme class,
Yeah.
but folks like it.
Yeah, people are definitely
Now-
use that. Performer.
Now, performer. This is for the spicy boys out
Did you
there.
put the bard in? Is this a bard?
It's not a bard.
Okay.
It's not a bard. This is like I don't want to say
All
a
eyes on
gypsy,
me.
but it's
All eyes on me.
yeah.
All
All eyes on me.
Yeah.
But it's not a bard. It's more
No.
like an assassin, really.
Yeah, I could see that. It's like one of those like CIA type ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
So
how much I
they
can talk about
so
that.
so yeah. So these guys use secret things to assassinate people because they are the blessed of Finitri. Finitri is the goddess of beautiful destruction, about dancing and whirling and being beautiful as you dispense death and destruction.
Yeah.
It's not a bard, pirates.
He says actually 007. That's actually probably a better way to do it. Yeah, I would say. Yeah,
Perhaps,
I
yeah,
think
007.
maybe you should change it to like agent or something maybe. And well, I suppose it doesn't matter. No, it wouldn't work as an agent because you need to be working for someone. Yeah, actually no.
But saying if saying at skill 3, you see the Foxbone Wolves or Whirling Warrior. Both are about attacking, really. So
Yeah.
Foxbone Wolves is about more like a social attack, and then Whirling Warrior is more of a physical attack.
I will
You
not.
know,
I will not say that definitely doesn't sound like vicious mockery. I won't.
Come on!
It's okay. Let's just keep going. Blogger. Everyone knows what that is. I think the name says it all.
Now it's a bit different
Is
how
it?
I did
Okay.
it. So scroll down. There's let's roll, which means you do. It means when you grapple, you attack at advantage.
Right.
Parry then strike. So when a grappler parries, you immediately perform an attack against that target. You just whack, you get him.
Someone says you should Google class. Yes, you should have called it the Google class.
The
Yes.
Fed boy class.
Yeah, the Fed boy. Yes. Yeah, you gotta do that now.
Okay.
Like,
Anyway, hold on. Down to brawl.
Right. Okay. That's
So the brawler is the only guy who has the ability to wield a melee weapon and a pistol at the same time.
Oh, that's quite good.
And then there's rocking hook, which basically knocks them the fuck out.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
And plus, they hold on, go up. You saw it right there. Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Pocket sand allows you
Pocket
to
sand.
1 AP and target of 10. Yeah, 10 fit, that's pretty good. DC 15. Let's save or disadvantage for 1d4. That's quite good. That's very good, actually. So it is. So that's all the classes. So you really should have added this in the thingy. So you've got, I can't remember, you've got over 10 classes. You've got a load of races, you know.
races,
How far are we in? It's taken us an hour and a half, and we're only just finished that. We've only
Well, you'll read it faster, obviously.
yeah, of course. So we've got leveling up, skills.
Ah, yes. My apologies. So leveling up.
Yeah.
You don't add yada yada bullshit for like I gotta add +6 here to get plus. No, it's just you have skill points.
Yeah.
Every skill point you spend in a skill adds +1 to that skill, and each skill has an attribute tied to it. So you build your skills and your attributes with one simple system. That's all it is. Level 1 you get 5. Level 2 you get 4, and so on until 5. At level 5 and up you get 1 skill point.
Yeah.
All right. It's very simple.
quite
There's no
good.
fucking math because you know why? Because I fucking suck at math.
Yeah.
There's no math.
Just cut it out as much as you can. Cut out the. See,
My
that's
God, I am too retarded for D&D. Okay,
Yeah.
that's plus 15. That's fucking what, a 3?
Yeah, exactly. So story event based level up. So this is just going over like
Yeah, leveling up and all
milestone
that.
and shit like that.
Yeah,
Based leveling up, session based leveling up. Yeah, it's just different ways of leveling up. Rank associate. Oh, here we go. Rank associate with leveling up.
Yeah,
So this is
so
how much you get paid.
If you're doing it, if you're doing a proper military campaign, this is the pay you get. Because there's basically 3 types. You run an evil campaign, a mercenary campaign, or well, not evil, an unaffiliated campaign, a mercenary campaign, or a military campaign.
Yeah, we were. I played in a mercenary one, so I did. Oh, it was more, well, mercenaries, less words to describe it anyway.
Slave traders is more accurate. I think.
Yeah, or merchants,
Yeah.
the merchants, maybe? Merchants
Yeah,
of human.
rubs hands together, merchants.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and scroll down.
Right, okay, let's keep going. Just
All right,
so
so
let's
skills.
explain that. This is this going off on?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
right here, each skill has 5 slots to it. All right.
Mhm.
So you can buy at most +5 to a skill. If you see right here, it says each point has +1. So say you put 4 points in acrobats, you also get +4 to your cunning. It's all built in. You cannot fuck it up. Now here it says like bows. Each point adds +1 grit or plus ballistics. So say you put 4 points in the bows, you can choose 4 ballistics, 4 grit, 2 ballistics, 2 grit, 3 grit, 1 ballistic. You can kind of choose which one you want. It allows you to choose and actually make a character, not like I hate how skills are done in D&D. I want them to be a lot better. And if you scroll down, I mean, you got acrobatics, animal handling, armor, bows, blacksmithing, computers, demolitions, driving, history, intimidate, languages, machine guns, magical aptitude. It goes on and on and on. I think we have like 40 skills.
So
Scroll.
you can build exactly what it is that you want to build, essentially.
Yeah.
Is what you're going for. How many is it? Fuck me. 46.
46.
Jesus Christ.
Now, now hold on. There were 72, all right? We brought them down by a far margin.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things. I don't know. I don't like. I like skills. I think they work, but for me personally, for the games that I've been running, I've just been tying them straight to the stat. So straight to strength, straight to your constitution. You know what I mean? All that type of stuff. That's what I've been going with. You know what I mean?
Now, most importantly, and I think most uniquely to my game, is that they're NCO skills.
Oh,
so
okay.
when you get level 14 and level 15, so basically you get 2 SP. These are extra veteran skills. So say you survive level 14, you're basically like a big dick swinging.
Yeah.
With drill master, you're able to have like the ability to boost up the XP of NPCs. Now, this is a lot of folks use this for some reason. I don't get why, but they like boosting up their NPCs and making their own little army.
Oh, of course. Everyone's gonna do that though. If you've got the option for a mini army, you're gonna have a mini army. Let's be serious. Operator.
Yeah, but you see how it's a whole little chart here. Now, operator, when you put a point in this, is automatically +3, +3, +4, +3 for parachuting, everything else. You're now an operator. You get all these fucking things in there. And the scuba skill, I believe, is unique to the operator as well as parachuting. Fire team leader, now this is different because instead of having to train other NPCs, you just get NPCs. So the fire team leader, 1 skill point, you get 3 troopers that are all basic kit. These are the 3 NPCs you get to use in the game. These are your dudes.
Yeah.
Which has awesome roleplay potential for like aiming that kind of shit.
I mean, in my whenever I was playing the Only War campaign, I was playing a heavy weapon specialist and I got a looter, and essentially I decided, because I got the looter, I was like, you know what, my character is going to be your man from Mad Max, from Fury Road. You know the one with the big mohawk. With the golden one, he had the yeah. My looter's definitely a fanboy. I'm definitely, so like it worked out quite.
I said, put on the hot pants, please. I said, put on the hot
put
pants.
them on now, Anyway, so just needed
master marksman. That's a sniper skill. Is medical sergeant. There's Sneaky Breaky down there.
Yeah, your name is always whispered, and no one is sure whether or not you are actually ill. When running silently, you gain a +5 to your stealth and attacks from behind. You do double damage. Roll your damage.
Always do double damage.
Yeah, this skill only has 1 skill. That's pretty good. So, are these essentially like? Would you think of this as more like a feat almost? Would you call it a feat? Or
I would call it. It's more the fact that you survived so long and seen so much combat. You're now a specialized.
Yeah, you get something.
Super trooper. You know what I mean?
Just from being alive and being active for so long, you gain it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And saying there's the Sneaky Breaky, the fingerprint, and there's like the rat.
Acquire things that are not normally acquirable. No one is really sure just how the hell you got to find stuff that you really shouldn't be able to find. So it's pretty much Mulch Diggums from Artemis Fowl. That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
more or less.
Yeah,
more or less.
yeah. The Faceless Legionnaire. What's this?
Go ahead and read that one. That's based
yeah.
off 40K.
Oh, is it? Your presence in the battlefield puts enemies on edge. You cause fear, and enemy humanoids has to take a glitch check. Oh, so that's similar to the thingy.
Yes,
with the glitch
but
check.
it's just being there.
Yeah, if you fail, you get a free attack. That's pretty nice. That's really nice, actually. You're also immune to poison while wearing your mask. Again, very nice. When using melee weapons, you do additional D10. That's Jesus Christ. With no bonus, nor can attack with sneak attack. If you're using a shovel. Oh, right. Okay, of course. Of course. I think more of a boon. Yeah, that would be a boon. That would actually be a better way to describe it rather than a feat. A boon would be. Red Baron. So what's this? Is this?
That's like fixed wing stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll do the Jink. There's Fortunate Son, which is about helicopters.
Of course, you could not have that.
And then there's starting gear. So these are basically you have a fantasy, because some seasons I like to have the guys be like normal fantasy tropes and they work up to getting rifles. And other times they want to be like just you're in basic training. You're now modern. So there's two options here for you.
Yeah, it gives you a bit more. Like, depends on what people want. You know what I mean? Some people are more into the fantasy stuff. Some more people are more into the modern. I suppose it's more.
Well, some guys want to earn the rifle. They want to start as some like farm boy peasant and then earn their AR-15.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. So we'll skim through this real quick because, like,
okay,
everyone knows.
Hold on. So a natural 20 in this game is not an auto success for combat. A natural 20 refunds AP costs. It's different.
Oh, right, okay.
So in role play, nat 20 is the best possible outcome, which is not always great. It's just the best possible outcome. But in combat, you get brutal ease. Means you attack with such brutal ease, it's seamless. You refund the AP cost. That's all it does.
So you get
natural one is a natural one. It still sucks. We have sneak attacks. That's sneak attacks.
Yeah.
Now dice shatter. So dice shatter is when you roll the maximum integer, and it's for everything: healing, attacking, health potions, whatever. Anytime you roll a dice, and you get the max integer, like a 4 on D4, 6 for D6, you roll again.
Oh, so it's like exploding dice almost.
Yes, but it just keeps going.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. And going.
Your man Skull in the Scully asked in the chat, "Can't wait to see the Lambo build." Are we going to get some pre-builds? Is there going to be like pre-generated characters set up?
I'm pretty sure we'll have to just to help people get into it. We'll do some pre-mades,
you can't go wrong with pre-mades, especially see for like people that have never heard about this and like someone that's just gonna DM it. Like say they're at a local game store, it's so much easier if they just can hand you. It's like here, take your pick. You know what I mean?
We'll probably have like a medic build, a gunner build, a grenadier build, the basic builds, and call it a day.
Just go through it and just give. You know what I mean? Do at least 5, 6, and most people are going to be happy with that. So attack actions, is this where it goes into about AP and whatnot, or
not yet? That should be at action points. Yes, it's far below. So checks. So right now, attacks are done via a D20 plus your weapon skill plus your CQB or ballistic skill. You actually add attributes to your skill in an attack. This is due to the fact that DRs can be past 30, like say you're in a bunker or some shit. So it is required for that number crunch to go on. Checks, so basically how it goes. Checks are done as like, okay, a check for me, please. You use a skill and an attribute. A save is only an attribute. So checks are they actually make attributes and skills actually mean something. It's not just roll perception. Actually means something. Advantage, disadvantage. That's like any other fucking game
everyone knows it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, actions.
So action points.
Yeah.
In this game, so you don't just have 2 actions or 3 actions. You have action points.
This is the thing. I think most people will. Honestly. See, once you understand this, the rest of the game's very simple. You will not have any issue. I think this is the only thing that people going in are going to be like, what? They're going to have some difficulty with. But honestly, if you just play some combat simulators really quickly, you'll get the hang of this in no time, honestly.
Yep. So in the game, you have 15 AP max, 3 AP region per turn until it's affected by gear. So basically, you'll always have 15 AP, if not more, depending on what you get,
Mm.
and always regen 3 unless gear affects it. So as you take your actions, you're spending AP. It allows you to absolutely dump your load and blow some fucker away, or you start slowly doling them out. And I have both kinds of players in my games on stream on Saturdays. Some guys will keep a nice little castle of AP. Other guys will blow their fucking absolute balls on a target.
Honestly, I think like actually just emptying your loot all over the target seems to work best, just because
now
you don't want to give the enemies a chance to actually fight back. Do you know what I mean? That's
Chad is trying so strong to get past your fucking fur filter.
Yeah.
So I have listened to my players. They want to buy, like, let me move more. You're allowed to buy more movement with your AP. And players fucking love this shit. They're able to catch things or run the fuck away from things because they're able to spend AP to gain 5 more feet of movement.
Yeah, honestly, I think the action points is really good. Like, it works really well, and I think that's pretty.
Oh, well, thank you, James.
I would say that, honestly, it's the best thing about the game. Honestly, that's what I would go for. But I think it works particularly. I don't know how I would feel about it for more of like a traditional fantasy game. I think it works perfect. It's the best way I think I've seen modern day weapons be used.
Yeah, so it's really hard to simulate modern weapons on a 2-action basis. Now, I've played and tested the melee stuff with this, and it worked pretty well, actually. At the same time, it's like, it depends on what your preference is. I mean, it really is. It depends on your preference, and there's nothing wrong with what you like, even if you're wrong. But it's one of those things.
You could, if you want to, you could take this action point system and plug it into any game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I would say. Like, honestly, so that's why you back the Kickstarter, because maybe you're not interested in villagers, maybe you're not interested in the setting, but the rules are pretty sweet and the rules are quite interesting. So you know you could apply this to almost any Monday setting you want.
Even if you hate me and my books, if you just buy the manual, you can run any game you want. Just plug that shit into place, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Will character sheets be included into the book from Ishmael? Yeah, there is a character sheet, I believe.
Yeah, so we have a Joe sheet. I want to make it look prettier if possible, and it'll be a PDF. Yeah. And if I do it right, it'll be a fillable PDF. But I keep fucking that up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that.
There's a guy. I got a guy to do my one for the World War I game. If you want, I can ask.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Can you send me his information? Because I've wasted so much time trying to make the fucking things fillable.
It's one of those ones. It gets to the point where if I spend over 5 hours on something and I can't get it to work, it's like, right, I'm gonna have to pay someone else to do it. I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? That's kind of my
fuck it. Point. Just fuck it. You do it.
Yeah, I pay someone. Oh, that's the only way I can do it. You know. Anyway, so like action points are really great. Non-attack actions. What's this about that?
Yes. So you have non-attack actions. So say combat starts. You're like fuck. You're able to interact for AP, movement, switch weapons, dive for cover. Mm-hmm. That one there, diving for cover, is important. You need to keep them, because if you die for cover, your DR goes up. So say you're caught in a machine gun crossfire, die for cover, boost up the fucking DR so you don't die. Yeah. You're allowed to react to your game.
Yeah.
Morale check, you slap your buddy.
Straight up, I'll be honest with you. See, if you're caught out in the open in this game, you're probably just gonna die. Like you're just gonna die. Like that's just the way it works. You need cover in this game.
So what's your DR? 10. Ooh, that sucks, buddy.
Don't really see that working out. Setting up firing position, morale check, mounted weapon, assist. Everyone knows what assist is.
Throw object.
Yeah.
Attack order. So here it is. Engage and break away.
Yeah.
So someone's going to read this. You are attacked by an elf wielding a short sword. How do you get away safely in order to use your long-range weapon? When 2 entities become enthralled into a close combat, those 2 entities are considered engaged as both attempt to defend and attack. When 2 entities are engaged, they cannot move and must stay within the longest weapon range. In order to safely get away, the entity wishing to flee must break away from the close combat. To attempt to get clear, the enemy must break away, must use 5 AP. So if you don't save enough AP and you get caught out, you can't flee a combat.
So this is the thing. This is the fix for melee, because Like, whenever rifles are so common, why on earth would you want to be in melee 90% of the time? Most of the time, you're going to be like, no, keep me at a distance, keep me in cover. You know what I mean? Type of mentality. But I think this is a good way to work around that. You know what I mean? Casually doing dildos and machine gunners. Oh, fuck me. My voice is still fucked. Engage, break away. Melee combat. So do you want to go into that?
So there's a bit here, and I get that, but there's basic strike, there's a parry, there's a riposte.
Yeah.
Which like
can anyone
it was
do
like an
this?
advanced parry.
Is everyone able to do these abilities, or is this is just
Yes.
anyone can be like, I choose a basic attack, I would like to go for a parry, all that
Yes.
jazz?
So all attacks or actions are available to everyone as long as you meet a certain criteria. So heavy attack, there's a grapple, there's a pin, there's a throw. So we'll start, hold on. There's a grapple, pin, throw, and wrestling moves. There's a thing. All right, it's a big request.
Is there a suplex? Can we get a suplex?
Well, it says wrestling moves 6 AP to make Macho Man Randy Savage proud. CC's discretion. Okay, so basically you must announce which wrestling move you are using.
Right, okay,
so
that's right. Okay.
There's a punch or kick, there's a shove, there's a bite, there's a breakaway. So sometimes, like say you're wrapped up in some of that you can't punch, you got to bite. So I give you any ability you can to do a damage or an attack. You can shove, you can bite, you can do something.
Yeah.
Now, most importantly, that most folks forget about is here in this game you can hold an action. Say like I want to prep 3 riposts. You spin the AP for those riposts and you hold on to them and you use them at your discretion at any point, anytime. But if you don't use them, say you don't use them, and your next turn comes up, wasted AP, you go away.
So one thing I just noticed here, so you've got for breakaway CP, are the PDFs going to be hyperlinked? Like, are you gonna have
hopefully,
yeah.
Hopefully, I'll get that shit done.
Are you gonna have it? Like, so you just.
I gotta juggle it and figure it out, but I'll get it done.
All right, okay, just so we know, you know what I mean? Anyway, so melee weapons. Okay, so now we're getting into the weapons. So I don't want to go through each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Let's just list
now
them off and go.
These are the basic ones. There are more in the CC manual you must discover, but RPG on a stick, battle axe, bayonet, bladed scarf, door ram, e-tool, hand axe, knife. No, hold on. Yes. There are memes in the book, boys.
Yeah.
Kitchen blade, short sword, spear.
Thingy ass are held actions conditional then?
When he says conditional, what does he mean?
I'm gonna assume if you're in combat or whatever, are you getting attacked? Can you just be like, I'm just gonna hold on for a minute. I'm gonna
Yes. So you must say, CC, I'm using this action I held. You must tell me, hey, we're stopping right here. We're gonna use this action. So you have to literally, as your someone's doing, you go, hold on, CC, I'm gonna use this thing right now. You have to. Well, I don't mean be hard for some. You gotta use your big boy pants and go, CC, I'm gonna pause right quick. I'm gonna use my hold action. You halt the combat to do your thing. That's how important these things are. You go, hold up! I'm going to shoot now.
Yeah.
It allows you to kind of react to that 6 seconds. Now, you don't declare intent. You simply hold it, and you go, CC, my action, please. And that's how you do it.
Right.
There's no my intent for this action is... No, it's just like, hold up, CC, shooting now, please. You go, all right, take a shot. It's very quick.
Yeah. So,
all right, so go down. Spear,
kitchen blade, short sword, spear, hammer, one-handed, special, clue bar, click bar.
Two-handed hammer.
Is clue bar copyrighted or something? Do you have to change it to? Clue?
No, well, pry bar just sounds more like. Everyone knows what a pry bar is.
Oh, right. Okay.
Two-handed hammer, long sword, rose's thorn, which is a kind of like a comb with a blade in it, a Zweihander.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all the basic weapons.
And now range combat. So here in this, if you see up here, all range combat skills add your relevant weapon skill unless stated otherwise. Range weapons, with the exception of shotguns, pistols, SMGs, lose all bonuses associated with them when fighting within 5 feet. Say you have a rifle, and someone's on you within 5 feet. You cannot use your bonuses; they're too close. You're trying to shoot from the hip. Now, exempt from that are shotguns, pistols, and SMGs. So, sniper rifles, machine guns, Regular rifles, if someone's at 5 feet at you, you're rolling a d20 and hoping for the best.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta.
And there's a normal shot. So a normal shot, 2 AP, 1 charge, boom, it's a shot.
Plus 2
Aim
AP.
shot, 3. Yeah, so aim shot, 3 AP adds +2 to your shot, so it helps you hit a long range. But you cannot move before using the action. All right, it cannot be used if you've already moved. So if you move at all, you cannot aim shot. Hammer pairs for 3 AP, you use 2 charges. So say your gun does 1d6. With 1 shot, you're doing 2d6 if you hit. Full auto.
And again, I need to ask. This is for everyone. It doesn't matter what class you're playing, as long as you're using
everybody.
As long as you're using firearms or ranged weapons, this is what you
Yep.
get. This is what you're using. Of course, I'm going to assume this isn't like you're going to have normal shot and aim shot, but you can't have full auto for a bow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
course.
Well, it'll say this cannot use full auto. It'll say it on the actual weapon.
Yeah. All right. So, look,
But the thing is, full auto here is pretty fun because like I want to use all this ammo, but I only have so many AP. You use 5 AP. You say I have 13 charges. I'm going to use 10 charges, and you go boom, 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 boom. You just go and let it rip.
yeah.
Suppressive fire, quick draw. So not a lot of nuance to these, but they're all. Yeah. This is literally all you need for a combat. And then of course, crippling shot, and then reload.
Yeah. So then hold an action again. You know.
Yeah,
so.
they're on both, just in case.
Yeah, of course.
Ranged weapons and charges.
Charges, bows. Okay, let's go.
Bows.
So you've got all your different types of short bow, long bow, lead curve bow, compound bow, crossbow pistol, slings.
Yep.
Let's just keep going down. Like
hold on. So someone asked. Hold on. So someone asked, if you're Goliath and you find a sling big enough, yes, you can throw a dwarf.
Well, perfect. You know, you should. There's no no biblical references I know about glass and things now. Anyway. So we're going into your pistols, 1911, Desert Eagle, all that jazz. Give me your biggest meme weapon? What's one that people would be like, Gabriel, why are you putting this in? It's like, yeah, because what would you
I don't
say?
know. Scroll down.
Let's see. I'll just gotta go down to.
Desert Eagle, P226, M9, PM Makarov, PM Silence Makarov, a nautical punter.
What's a nautical punter?
A punter is a weapon made by the Oni, and it does 48 per charge for a revolver. And plus on a punter, you can fan the hammer. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
So with a punter, you can go full auto. You just go bum, 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 and you expend all your charges.
Yeah, there you go. All right, revolver. There we go. Submachine gun.
The DMP5, the Uzi, the MP90, the Dump 45, M3 greaser.
Yeah.
Shotguns. There's a pump action semi-auto double.
See, working through fucking Google Docs. Swear to God. See, having to anytime you write absolutely fucking anything, it messes up your format.
It all moves.
Oh my God, I don't even want to think about it. I spent
makes you bleed fucking piss.
It does. It really does. Pump action, semi-auto, double barrel, spaz,
KSG,
super shorty.
and the super shorty.
Yeah, boy. What else do we have?
Boy.
Rifles.
We have the
M4,
M4, M16, Daewoo K2, AK-47, AKM. Keeps on scrolling. The FAL, M14, AR-10, Stoner 63, 63A. So the Stoner, real quick, this is the one that has both a rifle and machine gun.
Yeah.
It actually has 2 settings.
Yeah.
The AKS-74U, the P291 Echo. And that's all the rifles.
Yeah. Sniper,
so
M700.
Yeah. The op.
Right, so
scoped Car 98K, scoped Garand, M82 Barrett, 4570 Henry.
Oh, here we go.
For a few of reference of how hard these hit, what's the health numbers generally speaking?
Oh, right.
It depends on the level.
So, what would let's say first level character have? What would you say? Like about 10 hit points, something like that.
Around 14.
Around 14. And let's go back up. Let's go for the rifles. Let's see. So M14 is 2d8 damage per charge. So yeah, you probably one hit someone. You know what I mean? if you wanted to, you know. And that's one thing. I think that's the biggest problem. I think when it comes to firearms and stuff in a lot of role-playing games, you have to keep them deadly, you know, and it's kind of hard to do that in role-playing games. I think a lot of the time it's keeping their deadliness. You know, you want to have something that's just as strong as it is level 1 and as what it is way later on. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean? I think
you want to make getting shot at scary in this
Yeah.
game, which I've done. Now you get a little more HP padding as you go up in level for
of
sure,
course.
but as the party's like, oh yeah, we're level 2, you're like, oh fuck, you know,
Yeah.
gunfights are scary to like level 5, like, oh thank God, level 5, whew, you know.
Like, you put it like this, you're going to want to have cover. You're going to need to have cover. If you don't have cover, you're just going to die, and that's that. You know what I
If
mean?
you don't ask your CC, what cover do I have? You're fucking dead.
Yeah,
bro.
it's probably not going to work out well. Anyway, light machine guns, let's go on down.
M249, M60. The DP27 is a meme gun.
Yeah, is it? Let's see.
Well, that's the same gun that like Tachanka uses.
Hey, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, them old ones. Oh, I like them. I love that. You see them like I don't know. There's something cool about them. Like
The big old dinner plate.
Yeah, there's something cool about. See Lewis guns and stuff like that. I don't know. There's something about them. I can't help but enjoy them. And they've got the
It
big,
makes me feel some kind of way.
yeah. And then they've got that big stupid barrel at the end and all. I don't know. There's something about them. I don't know. I like them. They're aesthetic. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah. They're so kino.
Yeah, they just are though. They just are. Anyway, MMGs. Let's just keep going. Well,
240 Bravo, MG3, M1919, M2.
So
that's the 50 cal.
So what are you thinking about doing? Because I saw you were looking at more weapons. What weapons are you looking at doing? Most of this stuff is all stuff that's been like inactive since like what, really the 80s? Would you say?
Yeah.
Really, like, you know.
So I'll add more unique stuff, but I'll give it a very high attack profile. Makes it actually useful as an old gun. And I'll give it like certain inhabiting features, like older guns will just do certain things that other guns can't do. Just make it magical, that kind of shit.
Yeah, you make it work. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Oh, Mr. Carl is a meme gun.
Oh,
so there's a thing
what's
called the
this?
Carl Gustav, and they call it Mr. Carl because in the Veil world they fear the Carl Gustav so much they call it Mr.
Oh yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Carl.
Yeah, no, I remember that. That's good. It was a fun weapon. You know, I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. I think who was it? It was Mittens that got one of them, didn't they? I
Yeah,
think it was.
you had the 40. You had that down below the M320.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun. Oh, so guys, I would really recommend that. I held someone at hostage, so I held it up to their face. You know,
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. Open the CC manual and look at those weapons.
Not enough time for that pirate. This man's already like 4 o'clock in the morning. Where you are.
Yeah, well, Megan just messaged me. It's like, can I? Because the PC setup is in our bedroom now, so it is. So it's like, can I please go to bed?
So we'll speedrun this.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
So
so
anyway, there's all
definitely.
kinds of shit here.
So
Now the big thing here is the magic system.
Okay.
You use your own blood. So to cast spells,
where's
you
that?
must sacrifice
Magic
the
and,
devil. There you
Magic
go.
and Beyond the Veil. Right.
So here, to cast spells, you must sacrifice your own HP to cast magic. There's no cap on slots. Your only cap is how much HP you got.
So anyone
So
can go for it then if they're willing.
so if you go to the spells,
Alright.
it's certain things that have like requirements.
Oh, your man's asking what are the logistics to harpies? I saw harpies are limited in what they can carry and what they can use.
Yeah.
Um,
I know that Raven Harpies and Owl Harpies can use machine guns, but
Yeah.
others cannot.
it just depends, you know what I mean? And they're quite small creatures, like, you know, so
Yeah, they are very small.
yeah.
But yeah, so more or less, each spell has a thing tied to it, like a requirement. You require this much spellcraft, or this much magical aptitude, or this attribute. They see like animate requirement: 3 points of magical aptitude and 1 point in crafting. All these spells have skills tied to them. God forbid. So you're able to do as much as your skill allows you to. So anyone can take these spells as long as you take the correct amount of magical aptitude, spellcraft, or the skill itself.
Pretty good. So speaking spells, let's go through this: confusion, flare, hate. Image shift. Oh, here also, just so people know, again, no OGL stuff. No, you don't need to worry about that. Thank God.
OGL can suck my dick.
dick. So no magic missile or anything like that here, you know. So that's
Magic missile.
yeah. I like magic myself. I don't know. It does have charm to it, but like sometimes it's like, oh god, please, you know.
Frostbolt. Go
Uh,
ahead, beanbags.
what's the? Yeah, no, it's like lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. That was also
Yeah.
his best video. Ever.
Now, here's the thing. The speaking spells only take AP. The blood magic, that's where you start sacrificing your HP.
Yeah.
Right there.
So here we
So
go.
you sacrifice HP to get a modifier to it. So say you spend 2 HP, your modifier is +0. Spend 5 HP, your modifier is +3, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So and these are the big boy spells. These are spells that can make or break an entire combat encounter.
Does anything happen if say I don't want to use any hit I don't want to use my
Your
health.
roll's -5.
Yeah.
So
But do I?
so
What
so,
happens
so
if you don't manage to cast a spell? You know.
well, some do nothing. Some explode on you, and some just eat you.
All right. Okay. Well, there you go. That's it. There's a good reason. Then you can't just be like, I'm just gonna take the
Yeah.
Snagger Fire and like just spam it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like there's air burst, which you kind of pull, you kind of push it around.
Yeah.
And air burst is a very situational spell. Go down.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Brawling knuckles. You infuse your knuckles with a damage modifier. There's a claymore of woe upon ye. There, keep on scrolling.
Claymore of woe upon you. I'm gonna. Can you please make a claymore with a claymore on it? Like, give me that big two-handed sword, but then also put a claymore on it as well at the same time. I think that could be pretty fun. If you're going to do a meme weapon, like, you know, you kind of got to. And you've already got the class that can wield it anyway, so, you know, why not?
So,
anyway, so
combat enhancement. That's one where, like, say roll a 1, you take D10 damage.
Oh, someone's asking for Kaiju. Can we please get one? If you're gonna do it, give us like at least one like Trask. You know what I mean?
Oh, Tarask.
Well, not a Trask, but you know, give me a Kaiju. Give me like Gojira. You know?
Oh,
what I
a
mean?
kaiju.
Yeah,
Okay.
give me
Gojira.
Yeah, give me something like, you know, you got to put at least one like over the top ridiculous monster in. You know what I mean?
So just keep on scrolling through, and I'll say them. There's Conjure Bulwark. You can help boost up someone's temporary HP.
Yeah.
There's Darkness. There's Element Trap, which is like a fucking like Vietnam punchy stick that explodes. And there's Explosion.
Oh.
Explosion is one. If you nat 1, critical spell failure, you detonate on yourself and your buddies.
Great. Well, like, you know, sometimes you maybe you want to do that. Who knows? You know.
Now say like, okay, I'm doing no blood. And you roll like a 2. On a 2, that bitch just goes somewhere randomly. You send out this fucking orb and it just goes like, I don't go here. Boom. So you can, if you decide to be a little cheapskate and not use all your HP, you can accidentally blow your friends up, and then you're alive to live with that regret.
I mean, most people that would be willing to do that aren't going to get too upset about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people I know that would be up for
Keep
it.
on scrolling.
So
There's Fireball, Fog of War, Greater Speech, Novice Healing, Tested Healer, Battle Hardened Flesh Mender, Ice Tomb, Illusion of Friendship, Infused Armor, Instill Fear, Invisibility, Rage of the Irons, was kind of another big Earth spell. Retaliation of Body. With this one, you cause their bones to attack themselves. That's pretty fun.
All right.
Scorn of Melanie, Silence, Silent Sentry, Teleportation Circle.
That's pretty handy.
Keep scrolling down. Vengeful Steps, Winter Dance. Keep scrolling down.
Character effects. Okay, here we go. So you got alcohol, bleeding effects, dazed.
There are a lot of drugs in the game, by the way. Like a lot of drugs.
Like you know.
So death here. So in this game, you have negative HP.
Yeah.
When you're at 0, you're not actually dead. You only die when you hit the negative amount of up to half your HP. So say you have 30 HP, your death HP is negative 15. Once you hit negative 15, you are dead.
Yeah. So what happens when you hit 0? Do you just get knocked out or what? Or
you lose some HP. You lose some HP regen. You can start bleeding out. You're able to still like do stuff. You're sucking ass and you're near death.
Let's see. Say Death sent us another super chat. Can you cast using more hop than you actually have?
HP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. HP. Hop.
No. So you're limited by your HP. If you're not enough HP, you can't cast a spell. You literally bleed yourself. There are guys who will bleed themselves dry in some games to save their friends.
Yeah. So
which is based.
Yeah. So we got Death. What's Dread? What's this?
Dread is a way to play with psychological factors to your players. You can start stacking up Dread, and it makes them start losing like dread. Something so terrifying it builds dread in your players. They can lose movement speed. They can lose AP. They can lose actions. It simulates the fear.
Oh, here we got another super chat again. Followed the first promo from this channel to guard. Glad to see you doing well.
Yes.
Can
So
you give your blood to someone else for spells?
So Ruit, the blood must be fresh. However, if you're both spellcasters, you can bleed onto each other. As long as the blood is magically infused with like magical aptitude or spellcraft, and it's fresh, it must be fresh. So say there's two guys like, hey bro, we're gonna die. Explosion. I got enough HP. I do. You both cut your own wrists or your palm or your finger, however you want to RP it. You mash your blood together. You sacrifice the HP, and you're off.
AIDS brothers together. Am I right? anyway. Look, it works. You know what I mean? It works. Fall damage.
Falling damage.
Fatigue. Everyone knows what this is.
Now, fatigue can kill you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's where it should
Level
be.
7, death.
You know what I mean? It should be. Fatigue should be able to kill you, though, in most games. A lot of people just ignore fatigue, though, 90% of the time.
There's fear, there's food, there's grapple, there's immune, in cover, there's lighting effects. There's prone, there's resistances, resting, size and height, types of damage.
What's this?
Which is just
caustic. What's caustic? Sizzle and his.
So.
Oh, is it acidic?
Now, the thing is, some of these things will ignore, like say it's like crushing damage. It ignores armor soak. It is crush. And only magic stop it. There's burning, which is like,
yeah, of course,
it burns you.
Yeah.
Now, fatal and lethal are two things that I created to instill fear in players to make even the weakest guy, weakest NPC, scary.
Yeah.
Because with fatal, let's see here. Fatal damage instantly kills a creature or entity if the damage is done puts the health pool into the negative. So say you do fatal damage, and it's so hard they drop from healthy to negative. Any negative integer past 0, they are dead. So say someone stabs you, you go from 4 to negative 1. You're done. You're dead.
Oh, well, that's
it is fatal.
Yeah. Your man's asking, can you get some real ritual shit if you get enough casters together?
Yes, Death Dancer, you can. In the book series, there actually people have been doing that. Like in the book series, the southern elven chosen children were using their blood mashed together to literally track where Yule was around the country. And there's they're literally bleeding each other dry trying to track down Yule. So it is.
You know awesome. What it would remind me of? It would remind me an awful lot of like Aztecs and stuff, like human sacrifice and what have you.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, it kind of gives me that vibe. Anyway, so freezing lethal magic. What do you mean by is it the same as fatal?
So lethal is the same thing. Lethal magical damage instantly kills a creature or entity if the damage done puts a health pool into the negative. So same as fatal, it's just magical.
All right, okay. Piercing slashing. Here we go.
Yeah. Travel time.
Travel time. Weakness. Pets. What's this? Is this
potions, elixirs, tinctures, and salves? This allows you to create. This allows you to create your own potions or drugs or whatever have you.
Alchemy rules essentially. Quick reference sheets. Again, yeah, that's
which are out of date.
Yeah. Character creation, easy guide. Yeah. Yep. More games should have that. See the amount of games that you come across that actually just don't have that. It's like literally just give me step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. There you go, job done. You'd be surprised how little that happens. Oh, and here we go. Here's the character sheet. So it is.
And this is going to be updated, obviously. This guy's name is Dump Truck, for God's sake.
Yeah, it was, look, you know what I mean. Inventory sheet. Again, see, I'm thinking, honestly, like, at the minute, I'm in between when it comes to inventory. I'm thinking either it doesn't matter, either make it reasonable, or your DM's just going to take it off you, or just do. I know it's very video gamey, but like slots. You know what I mean? Like maybe you've got 10 slots and you could add your.
I too love slots. Slots.
It could be maybe like your constitution or something like is a plus or minus.
Yeah.
I mean? That's kind of what I would go for. Anyway, example.
So, I've always hated the fucking character sheet in D&D. It's like there's so much word vomit in front of your eyes. Yeah.
I've been talking to a couple of people that writers, and they think the reason why Rules is written is so bad for 5e is because most of the time, lighters are written by word count that gets into the books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why would a lighter not buff up? Like, see if you could write a paragraph in only a couple. Like, you don't. Does it need to be this wordy? Probably not. But does the person doing it want to get paid? Well, you know. Oh, here we got another super chat from Death. Important question: does the blood from other casters have to be willing? Oh, that's a good one, actually. Yeah, so you can't just line up sleeves.
So actually, it ain't gotta be willing; just gotta be magical.
Oh, okay. That's gonna.
So you could, in theory, have a blood bag, but it's gotta be fresh. That's all that matters. Fresh magical blood.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
And no, you can't put it in IV bags. You fucks. It's not fresh anymore. So, and the most important thing is that this game will constantly be updated.
Yeah.
So, if you hit a problem, like, hey, how I do this, I'll answer it,
Yeah.
take it, and then put it in the book in a quick reference guide so you can find it. Anyone else can. Like,
Yeah.
how do I attack? How I hold an action? You know,
See,
that kind of shit.
this is why Garbo didn't really want to put it into print, because once it's in print, it's kind of like forever.
You can't fix it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think this is a good way of doing it, and I think maybe in like a year or two's time, once you have enough collections, once you have everything, like, you know, if you've like, see, this is the biggest problem I think when it comes to writing anything. You yourself understand it because you wrote it, but how do you give it to someone else that's never came across it and they're expected to just go with it? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
can be kind of, that's actually really difficult. It's way harder than what people think it is. You know what I mean?
Now
And
I'm sure like a year later we'll have like a legacy version we can print off. But
Yeah.
but here's the thing, guys. I know I've done things wrong in the book, and I know you're gonna find them. My goal is to fix that shit as fast as possible
Yeah.
and update the PDF. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to react to your feedback
Yeah.
and have in the errors I may have done. I know I am a brain dead army monkey who's barely managing to like drink water properly.
Yeah.
I know I've done things wrong in the book. You're gonna find. You're gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna hey, we did this thing. It's fucking broken and shit. I'm gonna go. You know what? Damn, you right. I'll go in there and fix it.
Yeah.
I want this to be a book for the players. I want this to be. I want this to be the one game book. Any player can go. You know what? This is my shit because it's made for you. I'm not trying to make money.
Well,
I want to make you guys the best. Well, I know that. I know.
Way better than
But-
what you thought
but-
it was.
But the main goal here is not to like be a cash cow and like I'm better than D&D. My goal is to give you guys the best possible game book I can make,
Yeah.
and I do that with your feedback.
Yeah, I think
People
I think
forget-
it's definitely working. You know, I think it's definitely
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, the thing is, I said you could have easily. I thought this, like, for me personally, I think you could have called it a day about a year ago. Like, you could easily have printed this book a year ago.
Well,
if I'd be
because
honest with you.
I saw the issues that, like, you know, that's an issue. Like, you know what? I'll do test games, and they found issues, and we kept finding issues. And I hammered those. I'll be live on stream. I'll be live on stream in a game. I'll be fucking fixing those fucking issues live on stream. All right, there you go. How's that, boys? Looks good. All right.
Before I forget, if you guys want to watch any Let's Plays of it, Garbrew does stream on Twitch. What days do you stream on Twitch, by the way?
Saturday evenings.
Saturday evenings. Alrighty, so there you go. If you're interested in seeing what it's all about, check it out. Also, I'm pretty sure most people can just join your games anyway if you just join your Discord. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know? So, 1 second. Megan's best.
Oh, actually, so I'll post a and you gotta go to bed for your wife kills you. I'm going to do a message request from who? Oh, Gravestone.
So
gonna
anyway,
set that DM.
we'll finish up here real quick.
Yeah, I'll put the link for the Discord in your chat.
So
there.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll link in the thingy as well. If you're interested, look, I think you'll enjoy this game, honestly, and it's really not that hard to pick up and play. Like, see if you played 5e for any length of time, you're going to be able to play this no issue. You know what I mean? And it's you'll find out. And honestly, like, if you join Garpu's Discord, you can
if you can easily wipe your own ass up taking a shit, you can play the game pretty easily.
Yeah.
All right, you have the mechanics to do it.
Yeah, you will. And also one last time, we'll go over real quick. So you got 3 books that you're doing, or 3 PDFs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. My fucking phone ringing. I have three. There's the basic field manual. My phone is exploding. Okay, but why is my phone exploding right now? People are fucking calling me and shit. So there's the first manual, the actual manual. That's for the game.
Yeah.
The CC manual gives you more like game master aspects, more advanced charts, more advanced special like there are magics your players have to find out themselves. They're all in that book. There's lore, there's maps, there's campaign maps, there's battle maps. It'll all be in that PDF file. And then the monster manual is just so you can have monsters to play with.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot to work with.
But they're all I would say some are like orc because there are orcs, but they're also like scuttlers, the grenades that will chase people. There are special monsters like Wendigos that are giant fucking titties.
If it was an X meme, you've probably got. If it was X or K,
yeah, it's probably in there.
It's probably got in there somehow. But anyway, look, I think that's where we're gonna wrap up. As I say, I'm gonna keep this stream live, so I will. But I'm gonna do an edited down version. It's gonna go up on Sunday, so it will. So hopefully you guys, it'll just be more condensed, and we'll just focus on going through it and kind of cut out all the in between talking bits. You know what I mean? And make it easier for people to find out what's actually going on. Because this is the thing. I think there's so many books on Kickstarter, and you've no idea what the fuck you're actually buying, and it's a big issue. I think a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it does this, and then you actually buy the book, and then you see what they've done, and it's like, no, it wasn't. You lied about that. What are you doing? You know what I mean? James stopped ducking on his bike. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
he sounds fine to me.
I don't sound too bad. I think it's because I'm moving in and out. Anyway, look, I think that's where we're gonna leave you guys. Any last questions at all? I'll give you guys a 30 seconds.
Yeah. Last questions. If you do join the Discord, there are a lot of spicy anti-UN memes in case you're curious. So.
Yeah, you'll be alright. Don't worry.
As well, there are a lot of Monster Girl channels. If you're in the chat, like Monster Girls, you should come in the server. Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's literally a chat called Monster Girl Discussion. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, look, I think that's where the babies come from. Okay, there we go. We've already talked about that actually, if I be honest with you. That was actually in the stream. So
when a Venus and a Babaima like each other very much.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I think that's gonna be us then. I'm going to whoopa, and then I'm gonna turn my audio down and go